So it should actually be a rather chill pre-show today, for what it's worth. Nothing chaotic. I mean, I think we've gotten it kind of figured out now. When it comes to how to make it flow with the least amount of issues during the show. I think we've pretty much got that figured out. Not perfect, but we put in the effort.
We do. It's a good effort.
I'm excited for... There was an idea I had. I was going to pitch it for tonight, but I figured it was too late to try and pitch it for you tonight. For both of y'all. But I was thinking of making Tuesday on stream be the multiplayer day again. And potentially, like, after the podcast, be like, okay, if you or the guest want to play a game afterwards for, like, an hour or so on stream, we can do that after the podcast. I don't know. Oh, and Dan has followed. So Dan is around. Thank you, Dan. It was an idea I had, but I didn't pitch it for today. I cannot hear you. Do you agree, Imfu, that you can also not hear him?
I cannot.
All right.
Are you talking? I haven't said anything.
Oh, you showed green, though. It showed you as
weird.
green. Yeah. All right. Hi.
Hi. How do I sound? Let me just make sure I'm coming into the right mic.
It sounds kind of robot-y, but that's more an internet thing than, anything else.
Okay. It's coming into the right mic. Just give me 1 sec. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, that was an idea I was thinking of pitching soon, but I didn't want to do it tonight because I figured it was too late to try and pitch that. Don't know if you'd want to go with that info, but, you know. It was an idea I had. A ton of ideas.
All of the ideas.
Give me 1 sec, cause my voice connection's kind of weird. So just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna bounce for like a second, and then I'll come back. Hold on.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. That's what pre-show's for, fixing issues. Fixing issues, just kind of chill. You know. I'm very pleased that we have multiple Florida people this week. I find that great enjoyment. So how do you feel about the concept of my idea? Are you against it, or are you?
So what exactly are you, like, full on wanting to do with it? Like...
Well, I was thinking, like before the podcast, it wouldn't have to be, like, you or the guest. But, like, for example, like, Tuesday would be the podcast, as it already is. And then I instead of doing, like, Deus Ex like I did earlier, where I can't really do too much because I have a limited time frame, doing, like, a multiplayer thing or doing something like that. And then after the podcast is done, I normally would stream about 6 hours, and the podcast wouldn't go to 6. Also, apparently, the Classy Gentlemen are live again.
They are having some... they're testing out Will's computer.
I see. Yeah, they DM'd me earlier, but I was turning on the stream, so I was not available to help, unfortunately. Yeah. But I was thinking of, like, after the podcast, if the guest or you wanted to play a game on stream for the next, like, hour or so, that could be a thing. But I feel like most guests wouldn't go for it, and you probably would not want to go for it.
I mean, I'm not against it, but it just depends on
the happenings.
Yeah.
So I didn't pitch it for tonight because I figured it was too late to try and pitch it for today. Alrighty. Oh, I also need to update the chat. Because the chat's currently... I need to record like that. Did Infu get his Oreos?
Nope.
Infu's... In the same way he didn't get that bundle. Lame, says Philip. Wow. What a hater. I was looking forward to this. You have Oreos. Nice. I haven't had Oreos in forever. Was gonna suffer with Infu. Fair. Cancel. Chat. Make that. What is it normally? Not 700. 700's way too much. Why would he do 700 Infu? Come on. It's way too big. 500's also way too small. Philip's gonna suffer alone, apparently. That's bigger up.
My bad, Philip.
Making him suffer.
Hey, in all fairness, I did go to the store today, but we went inside and they didn't have any Oreos. I was gonna get some, but we wasn't about to drive to like another store to go find Oreos. It just wasn't gonna happen.
That's fair. Ugh. Something popped.
Is that any-
Ow.
Or how's that sound?
Small test, but it sounded better. It didn't sound
Alright.
robot-y.
That's good. That's good. Good, good, good.
Yeah, pre-show's all about just fixing the issues, getting it all resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you been?
You know, I'm doing okay. Can't really complain. How
Fair.
about you? How about you?
I'm doing lovely. I mean, I feel like since the last time we actually had a verbal discussion, I don't even know when that was. When was your last episode? Let's see.
11 months ago, almost a year.
11 months ago, almost a year. Everything has changed for me in a year, so.
I remember last time you said you were going from your phone, and then it was just like, I remember that.
That was some times.
Yep.
Rough times. But hey, the phone did fine. 4G did okay.
You know
Could
what?
be
It really
better.
did. Surprisingly, it did pretty fine.
Like, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Infu dealt with a lot of the worst, though. Of that era.
Oh my, that was.
Don't you miss it? Don't you want me to go back? Don't you want me to use my phone now?
Dude, it wasn't even the phone. It was just like I had to do so much guessing. I had to do so much guessing on what he said.
It happens.
It was definitely something.
It was your favorite time.
It was the
Absolute
best of
favorite
times and it
time.
was the worst of times, and it was way more worse than best. But hey,
I feel
We've
like
all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like your episode was definitely wasn't that in the 30s? Weren't you in one of the 30s?
I was some like I was like one off from like one big number. Like I'm trying to remember. I can't even remember. I gotta look this up now. Hold on. Come on. All right. I was 31. 31.
Wow.
You know how like 31 is like one of the top 10 like most I don't even know. 31 is a weird number.
I mean,
It's like 19. It's like so close.
so
but, like-
close, so far.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to, I need to find, not Streamlabs chat, widget thing that works as good as Streamlabs does, because Streamlabs has been treating multiple people I know very shitty, and I've been trying to move away from it. I switched bots on the stream, but I haven't quite gotten everything switched over yet. Because apparently you can accidentally press a button if they have your credit card information, and they'll take a subscription thing, and even if you immediately go and request a refund, they won't do it.
I feel like you have me on for like the worst numbers. Simpsons has 31 seasons right now. There's Fallout 76. Do you just have me on for like the numbers that have trauma to you?
I
Am
mean,
Is it traumatic for you to have me on?
I don't think so. I never played Fallout 76.
They actually made it a lot better.
They
Did they?
Yeah, they like completely did a major rehaul on the whole entire game. It's actually like playable now.
So they Final Fantasy 14'd it?
Never played 14.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. So basically, just I know nothing about Final Fantasy at all, but the small things I know, one of them is apparently the original Final Fantasy 14 was so bad that they literally destroyed the game and remade it, and it's now playable and good. So that sounds like that's what it is.
I don't know what they did to 76, but I know that like I have a bunch of friends that actively play it now. Before, like these are friends that used to shit talk it, so I did something to it.
At least they
Now,
did
is it-
something.
Is it good or is it playable? Because I feel like there's a difference.
Okay, so one of them told me it was playable. The rest told me it was actually good because of all the changes they made to it.
So do you think the person that said it was playable is biased?
Tough call, because like he's one of those type of people where it's like when it comes to the game, he's not really like picky, but his opinion of it depends on his experience of it. So like I can't really tell if like I can't tell what kind of experience he had on there. I don't know if he was I don't know if he was still like thinking, oh well, these changes wasn't enough kind of deal, or he made himself hate it, or it's hard to say.
That's fair.
I feel like we had this discussion exactly on the last time I was on, but like I feel like we need to stop releasing games in an unfinished state and just finish the games.
Hey, listen. Sometimes you just gotta release a broken product that isn't ready to be out yet, and then there you go.
Can we put that on your gravestone when you die? Here lies Wes. Sometimes you just gotta release a broken product. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It all works out. As long as Dr. Pepper is also poured on my grave at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. If
Has to
anyone was
happen.
if anyone was gonna sponsor my grave, I'd want it to be Manscaped.
Ooh.
You know. Is Manscaped the new Dollar Shave Club?
I mean, it might be.
Because you don't hear about Dollar Shave Club anymore.
I think you're all right. Cause I've been watching a podcast that was definitely sponsored by Dollar Shave Club for years, and I don't think they've had them on as a sponsor in a while.
I wonder what happened to them. Like, you don't hear them anymore, but like they were the Raid Shadow Legends. Like, they were all over the place, and now I have not heard heads or tails of them.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you go from being everywhere to not existed anymore.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm currently making sure I don't bring out any topics that we get rid of.
Oh, did we even like? I can't even. I thought I said notice something, and I'm like, did I say
I
notice
delete
something?
stuff.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I delete it. That way I know. That way I don't accidentally see it and pull it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I delete stuff. It catches
Alright.
people by surprise because people don't expect it. And why did Reddit just go from night mode to light mode? Why? Down
Dude,
with
just
Shave
make
Club.
Just make everything automatically dark mode, man. That's just like that's 101 right there.
Pretty much. Okay. Oh, yeah, this one's also... I didn't delete that. Alright, I think everything else is good. I think everything else made it.
I'm looking over the topics and I'm reading one again, and I'm just thinking of something, and now I'm changing my answer from I don't have anything to add. Now I do have something to add, so I'm kind of excited to talk
Ooh.
about that now. So you'll see. Well, we'll get there when we get there. I'll tell you which one it is when we get there.
I'm very curious on your experience last time on the podcast to what it's going to be this time.
I remember last time we didn't have nearly as many topics to go over, so I'm looking forward to this.
What do you remember from the last time? What was your positives? What were your negatives?
I don't really have any negatives. I just felt bad for you because you were recording on your phone in like an AC-less room in summer.
Oh, well, guess what? I mean, to be fair, my room. Now, what happened this go around? Because I haven't moved since then. My room wasn't the hottest room in the home until I soundproofed it. Because I had to soundproof as good as I could. And that meant uncirculating it. That way, sound would not travel out as badly. So, my room's back to the stuffiest room in the home. But we do have good AC, so it makes it better. I currently have a fan on right now, but I need to turn it off before the actual show begins. But, you know, right now I'm good.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm right now in the top room. Oh my god, I'm in the same exact goddamn room I was in 40 episodes ago.
11 months ago. You're even wearing the same clothes. Although I can't verify that at all.
No, I think we did it in the day. This is like dead in the night for me.
Oh, because it was before Info. See, another change that happened with Info, when it was just me, I would work with whatever the guest wanted, time-wise. I'd just do whatever. But now that Info's on board, has to be a set time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what made you decide to go with, like a co-host kind of thing? Because I think that's cool.
I feel like while I did fine on my own, I do think with a guest I did a good show. I feel like there's always room to improve. And with Info was that first... Cause I originally wanted to start the podcast with a co-host, and I had someone in mind. I don't know if you know him on YouTubers. He was the Grim Peddler. He's still around sometimes, but not as much. He was gonna be that guy.
Him, yeah.
But it didn't work out. He has too much going on in his life to really be able to do it. So I had to move on without him. And for 30-something episodes, you know, I was silently looking, but nobody quite had that chemistry I was looking for. And then Info came along.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you found that chemistry, because I'm looking for... Because I don't think I've ever done a podcast with someone with a co-host. I've co-hosted a podcast before, and we were so we were actually going to come back this past week, or the week before. Remember DRM Cast? We took a long hiatus.
Yeah.
But we're going to come back. But then we figured there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and we just kind of thought, let's wait a little longer. We're going to wait until all of this kind of just settles down a little bit before we continue, you know?
Yeah. I'm
Then
I'm going ahead and screen sharing, but, you know. You'll probably want to tune into it, but for most of the show it won't matter, just when we actually have something to show. But, you know. It's a thing.
right.
Luckily, Discord has evolved a lot since then. I feel like voice chat's gotten better, although I'm not using mobile anymore. I mean, to be fair, even if I had a guess that was mobile only, you can do the screen share, you can do video on mobile now, all the way. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the only thing with that is I've noticed with Discord is if you go out of the app, sometimes it'll just disconnect you for some reason or another.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's flawless, and then sometimes it just disconnects you, and it's the most like hit or miss thing, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying.
I could see that.
But like it works when it works, and that's what I love about it.
Oh, hey Billob, would you like to join the voice chat for a couple minutes and give your full-on verbal review of this? There was a topic last week, because we've been doing, since you've been gone, I've also been branching out on the kinds of topics I look for, and we recently delved into, at the end of last month, looking at unpopular opinions and the temp dentist, and last week we had one that said that Oreos is better with water and not milk, but we didn't have it on hand to try, and Billob just tried it. So, hi Billob.
Hey,
How's it going?
not bad, not bad. I was just, like I said, trying the Oreos.
So, I want to know, in comparison to how it tastes with milk, how does it taste with water?
So it gives it that consistency without having any taste to it. So you don't have that added milk flavor, which I'm not quite a fan of milk myself, so I don't do it anymore. I used to do it when I was young.
Interesting.
It waters down a little bit, but it actually still tastes all right.
Interesting.
I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm surprised. I was expecting to be disgusted by it.
So, if you had to rate Oreos with milk out of a 10 and then Oreos with water out of a 10, what would those answers be?
Oh, shit. I would have to get milk to really get the answer to this.
Do you have milk on you?
Not one that's definitely not spoiled.
Oof.
I do not want to open that milk.
That's fair. I don't blame you.
Why do you still have it then?
Yeah, why do you still have it?
Because I don't want to open it to dump it.
Dude, just throw the whole thing away. Just take it and drop it in the trash can. Let it be.
No, I recycle.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Okay, well, how far up from the ground are you?
Second floor.
Okay, so what you do is you throw it out the window, and then when it hits the ground and busts, you go outside and you pick up the container.
That seems like a great idea.
Especially if you can hit someone in the head with it, then you got an idea.
Hey, out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. If they don't see you did it, it's like Deus Ex, where they'll be alerted, they'll look around, and then a couple minutes later they'll be like, must have been nothing.
Yeah. Or in Hitman, where they see the dead body and they're like, and then they just don't do nothing about it.
Dead body? I mean, this is normal. This makes sense. I'm just gonna walk away now.
Yeah, like, this isn't my job.
Nope.
Anyway, next week info, I expect you to have this and try it and see if you agree with me.
Oh boy.
I will definitely try to get a pack of Oreos.
I don't know if I want to drink this water now, though. It's kind of murky looking.
I bet.
I don't
Okay,
know that I
what's
wanna
the
drink it either.
difference between dunking the Oreos in the water and consuming the water that has been dunked in Oreos?
Let's find out.
Yeah, we're full of experimental tests now, Dan.
I'm glad to hear that.
This
I'm
all
looking
started
forward
because
to
I just
this.
had to test the water and cereal thing.
Hey, you were a champion, and you put on your selfie cam for that.
I did. I put on a cam and everything, and it was fucking terrible.
It was hilarious. I loved it.
Maybe I should get cereal.
Maybe you probably shouldn't. I promise
Not with
you,
water.
it's a bad time.
Not with water.
It is a bad time.
Hey, I like the Oreos.
Yeah, but like, well, hey, it's your funeral.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
your
do it.
funeral, man. You
Well,
should.
well, let's-
Oh,
let's-
Philip, you
let's see
should
what
do
you
it
think.
just to counteract.
Well, let's see what he thinks about the Oreos. If he agrees with me on Oreos, or if he disagrees with me on Oreos, I might disagree with him on the cereal.
Ooh.
This is very true.
All right. While y'all are here, since it's 3 of y'all now, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom and get a drink before the podcast begins.
Oh, hidden guest Billab.
I will just lurk in the shadows. He never drew the picture I redeemed.
That's unfortunate.
It was supposed to be a picture of the Dan the Man show icon.
It was? Dang.
Yeah, I redeemed some points. If you redeem points on his channel, he draws pictures, like you see on that whiteboard
Just
right now.
imagine myself 1 sec.
No, what whiteboard? All I see is a
Oh,
screen.
Oh, yeah, you have to look at his stream.
I am looking at his screen. All I see is
His
the
stream
thing.
on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, the stream on Twitch. I thought you said his screen. Hold on, let me go to
No,
Twitch
no.
on my phone.
Yeah,
Oh, he draws stuff. Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting.
yeah, and he's got like a hangman thing going on, so people can redeem points for guessing
Yeah.
a letter or drawing on the whiteboard. And I told him to draw your icon for you, but he never did. So it's his fault.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I know, but I still want to blame him.
I don't think I've ever had a piece of fan art done for me that isn't commissioned. And honestly, I probably would rather commission than fan art because I feel like art is really hard. I have tried to draw / paint / all that, and I'm terrible at it. And if someone is actually able to make it good, I do not want you to just give it to me. I want to pay you for it.
Well,
Yeah, that kind of-
absolutely. But the thing with fan art is just more like the thought that counts. You don't have to use it, but it's nice to see someone give you something. Like they drew it just because they like you. You know, it's like, oh hey, fan art, thanks, and then you put it in a folder and never look at it again. At least
Yeah, I
that's
get that.
how I imagine it. And then what you commission is what you actually use.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm guessing your icon is commission or that.
Yes, it's
picture?
commissioned by my friend. My friend who is also my co-host for my podcast, or I'm sorry, our podcast, DRM Cast. Get it? Because DRM Dreamcast. We're very clever.
Ah.
Anyways, yeah. So his name is Mig. He does a lot of great work, and he is a really good artist. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely.
It's definitely. I've always I've never really interacted with you, but I've always recognized your icon.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I don't think we've really interacted before you talked to me like a few days ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yeah. Wes is the one that recommended you. I'm like, okay. I mean, I've seen I guess I see you in his Discord because you're still on it, and I've probably seen you in other Discords. Like,
Oh
let's
yeah,
see.
you are absolutely. I recommended to
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
Bilob and Fu, neither of whom really knew much about you. But
Yeah, I guess I think I've probably seen you on Crime War too because we share.
Oh
that
yeah,
server
I
as
love
well.
I love Cry. He's great. I mean, he's the best person I love to make fun of, but I still love him.
Yeah, so I've seen you around. I just never, like you said, this is probably the first time I talked to you.
Yeah. I think the first time I talked to Wes one-on-one was before our first podcast episode too.
And now, here it is almost a year later, and you're back on.
Yeah. What are the odds?
Funny how things come full circle.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so, does anyone else need to step away to get a drink or go to the bathroom and get ready for the next 2 hours of our lives?
Info already did that.
Ah, Info's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Uh,
I probably should get going.
you can
Honestly,
if you want.
I think I should go too. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll stay
Give me
until
one sec.
everyone gets back.
Sounds
All right,
good.
give me 1 sec. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright. You know, I do enjoy being able to bring on you for a moment. I know you can't do the shows
Yeah,
regularly, but I enjoy being like, okay, Philip had something to contribute that related to a show topic. I mean, he is the show's manager. Let's bring him on, get his thoughts.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't mind.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with the co-host convos. If you wanted to step in for some of that, I mean, I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
I know you're busy, so you wouldn't be able to, but if you
Yeah.
wanted to,
I
good
think
with it.
schedules might be changing soon for me, so I
Ooh.
don't know how well. We'll see.
yeah, schedules could make things difficult.
Yep. Well, and while you were gone, I used that time to smack talk the fact that you never drew my picture.
Oh, fuck. I completely didn't even think about it. I don't even know if I have a marker that works, to be honest. Let's see. Draw the Dan the Man Show icon. I mean, to be fair, it's right there. So it's
I
on my
know,
screen.
I was trying to get it to surprise him. Well, it's not. It's lost now. The surprise.
Is it, though?
Well,
Is it bad my instinct was to put it on its crotch?
I think that would bring the surprise back, actually.
Okay. Oh god, I do not have enough room. Oh boy. Alright, let's try and make the hair not super.
It's funny because I have you on Discord. I'm not the stream is so super delayed.
Uh-huh. Oh god, what have I done? I feel like all my drawings start out okay, and they quickly turn terrible.
All my drawings start out terrible and end terrible, so you got at least part of it going for you.
It's lost. Like, the goodness of it's gone. But hey. A for effort, right? And I gotta do more sunglasses. I did it so well yesterday. Good lord.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, I'm gonna have to extend his face
This
a little
is
bit.
top tier.
Yeah, right? Dan stepped aside and I was just making him draw the picture he forgot about.
What the fuck kind of face is this? I don't even know. That's his icon though. I nailed it.
Why is it in somebody's crotch?
So for a closer view, I mean, it kind of looks like a skull when I go and just chatted screen. So you know, I mean.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, bud.
Thanks.
Your
Dan,
life
you're
has gotten a
somebody's
lot more
crotch.
interesting.
All
Yeah, you gotta check out the stream again.
right, hold on. I gotta do that now.
I'm just gonna keep it on this screen until we've all seen it. That way we can get a good look at the artwork I just did.
The hentai head floating beside whoever that is.
Oh my god, this is beautiful. See, this is how you do it. This is how you do art.
That's art. That's just pure art right there.
Yeah, that's art.
So
you,
we got-
you figured the other guy's crotch was the appropriate location.
That was
So
my
we got
first
it.
reaction.
So we got skinny or no muscle Thanos, hentai head, and Dan the Crotch Man.
That's JC. That's JC Denton and an octopus. All right.
Thank you, Wes. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
turning me into a penis.
You're welcome. I mean, to be fair, you could be crotch hair if you wanted. You'd
Yeah.
also claim that role.
I'm already crotchety. I don't need to be crotchier.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm glad I was reminded to do that, because it was completely lost on me. It happens when I'm playing a game and I'm trying to do things, I just completely forget. But, are we all ready now?
I believe
I'm
so.
good.
All right, guys, have a good show. I'm gonna back out.
Thanks for showing up and giving your opinion, Philip.
You got it. Have a good one.
Thank you. Oh, another thing as we're transitioning. So recently, you know how phones can track your steps?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this phone, I have a Samsung Galaxy S7. And it's not like a heavy phone or anything. It's not a big phone or anything. But I am not the person that can carry around a phone all the time. Because it does add even a little bit of weight. And I'm just not a fan of that. And remembering to carry it around when I'm doing other things with it at times, it just doesn't work. But I do want to track my steps, and I do want to try and get as close to the healthy goal of like 10,000 as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I didn't have a solution for it, because I just was not consistently bringing it. But I talked with the people living in my home about it, and they were like, oh, hey, we have this pedometer thing that clips on, and, you know, the stream can see it. It's a thing. It's a small thing. It has a clip. Pretty good. And I just have it clipped on the whole time, and I don't even notice it's there, and I mean, it makes noise when I walk, but that doesn't bug me. So, it's my solution to tracking my steps more efficiently. If it works, it works. Keep in mind, I only have like 400 steps for today, and to be fair, I have not been up long. Like, I was up, like, let's say I woke up, when did I start talking in my server today? That would have been about the time I got up. So, let's say I was up about 5:20-ish. Let's assume I actually get out of bed at that time. And I started streaming at 6 my time. So, it's not like I've been sitting in this chair pretty much since I've been awake for the most part. So it makes sense why I don't really have all the steps occupied. And if you'll want to join the screen share, although it won't be used very often, we do have a trailer to watch sometime during the show. So you wanna
Stream share was even up, to be honest with you. I was looking at other Discords.
fair. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're all good. Let's see here. The Dan the Man Show. BS Back in the Shed, episode 76. Beautiful. Lovely title. I need to perfect how I do that title, but I do my best.
I mean, I love it. It gets straight to the point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It really makes people think, hey, you know, I'm watching the BS podcast, episode 76, featuring the Dan the Man Show.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to do on my Tuesday night.
Exactly. And when you look at the layout on the actual stream, it's like, yeah, you have the podcast, you have 3 icons that you have no clue who they are. You have the name of the guest, a shortened version generally, because there's not much room there. If I put the Dan the Man Show on the top right on the stream, it'd have to be so small you'd barely be able to read it. You have the Twitch chat, which, it's also going way too high, apparently. That's a thing.
Yeah, a little too high.
I see that.
I think that's an easy fix.
It is. I'm glad I noticed it now, but, you know. I actually know why that happened. I just didn't comprehend it until I seen it. That should be, even if it's not completely better, it's fine. If it would be.
Yeah.
It may be a little off the line, but just like in art class, I'm a little off the line. I'm not quite coloring in the lines.
Well, you know, they say that the most artistic people color outside the lines because they see something that no one else sees.
Well, that's definitely not me. I am a trash artist. In any
Well,
way,
you're,
shape.
you're better than I am. I can't even draw a stick figure.
I mean, have you seen this behind me?
Dude, that's a
These are all based on
That is
pictures.
a literal masterpiece.
I do masterpieces every week when people suggest things for me to draw. And it's always, people always make it something that someone of my skill level absolutely should not be trying to draw. And I find it very amusing.
That does seem pretty amusing, not gonna lie.
Because, like, okay, we want you to draw this big thing that has multiple layers, and I can't quite make the... Okay, that's just... The chat's gonna have to be what it be. I can't move it anymore to the left or right for some reason right now. But people is like, what's a good example? I mean, an octopus hanging out with JC Denton, what's behind me? That was a bit much. Because my problem is, and you can see it with your face as well, I don't appropriately size things how they should.
Yeah, there's two of me. You know, the name's so nice, you gotta say it twice. But apparently, I don't know. My name is so goddamn long. It's so it's so weird how like every time I join a server, I always change the nickname from the Dan the Man Show to just Dan, just because like I don't know. It's so annoying.
The Dan the Man Show is big. Also, thank you for the host, classy gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I know you did that, Infu, clearly. Because you're the one controlling that account right now, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm sitting on it. This is true, but
You would never host the podcast. You're too big for that.
well, I would assume that was Cody's doing.
I would
Maybe.
assume as well.
Hey,
What if it was
Cody.
actually Will?
I mean, Will doesn't know how to work Twitch.
Maybe that's why he hosted. Because he doesn't know, and he doesn't know that y'all don't host people.
You're the host with the most.
The host with the most. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to BS Back in the Shed, episode 76. Once again, I'm here. 76 episodes strong. 76 continuing to be the big number. It only grows every week. And, I'm excited for us to get closer and closer to 100, to be honest. We're gonna have to do something for 100, but that's gonna be not this year, I don't think. I don't think we're gonna hit it this year, but next year, I think we'll hit 100. I mean, we might, cause how many weeks are there in a year again?
About a few.
About a few, yeah. That isn't it 50 something? Isn't it like 52, 53?
Yeah, it's 52.
Alright, so there was enough numbers there that in theory we could. Half the year is not completely gone yet, so we could actually hit it before the end of the year. That would be good. That'd be a good time, yeah. I'm sorry, Billup, I'm bad at remembering things. But I'm also brought to you by my lovely co-host, Infu. Say hello, Infu.
Hello there.
And returning guest, he was on episode 31 apparently. This is probably a number I should have researched, but I was told by... I don't remember if it was Billup or the guest. But introduce yourself.
Did you cut off? So I don't know if you said my name.
Oh,
hi,
I
I'm
cut
Dan.
off. I'm cutting off now? That'd be amusing.
I'm Dan. How's it going?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Did I cut off for you too, Infu?
You did not.
Ah,
All right.
So
I
it's
think
just
that's
Dan's
on my
internet.
end. Yeah, my internet is
Big rep.
Garbo.
big rip. Either way. Well, hey, you can get the experience from last time when I was using 4G. You can just pretend we're still doing that.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
That can be your world. You can live in the past of 4G, and we can just be in the now, where it's not actually 4G, but still get that experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dan, since episode 31, and I feel like this has been a recent trend, we brought up a lot of people that have not been on since Infu has come on. Infu being around is new for you. The show being live is new for you. I feel like most things about the podcast is now new.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this happening last time, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it's different this time.
What has been going on in your world since the last episode? What has everything changed for you?
Honestly, kind of. In terms of my channel and just the Dan the Man show in general, I wish I could say I upload more, but I'm not. And I wish I had an excuse that was actually good, but I'm very lazy and very unmotivated. I am trying my best to get a shit ton of scripts and videos done for the summer, including one I promised not too long ago. I promised I was going to do a video on the Garfield show when I got to 300 subscribers on YouTube, and now I'm at like 360 something.
Yeah, I mean,
And I just feel bad because I was supposed to do it earlier. But I've also been busy because I started the most original thing ever, an out of context Twitter account. I know. I can't believe you didn't come up with the idea either.
I know.
And that's kind of just been what I've been doing day to day, just hosting that.
Yeah, I feel
people.
like, if we're being completely honest, I am not one that really has ever watched your videos in super well, but I engage with your Twitter all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
You always comment.
Hey, you, I don't tweet back to everyone. I don't reply to everyone's tweets. You gotta give me something to work with, and you generally give me something to work with, and I, you know.
I just normally tweet what's on my mind, and I'm not really that scared to say what I'm thinking, even if it's a controversial tweet. I'm just saying.
You
Like,
do that. You do definitely do that. I've seen that.
If I don't say that The Problem Solvers is a good TV show, then nobody's going to say that The Problem Solvers is a good TV show. All right? I'm just putting that out there.
That's fair. Info, do you agree that The Problem Solvers is a good TV show?
I've never heard of it.
Doesn't matter. Do you agree that it's a good TV show? Come on. We don't need to give informed opinions here.
I mean, no, it's not. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow, I cannot believe you just went out on a limb and said the popular opinion. What are you?
Bandwagoner.
Normal?
Wait, it's actually popular? Wait, what? I don't even. What?
The
What the fuck even is Problem Solvers?
It's like a show that lasted a season, I think.
Oh.
Well, it had one season, and then it was supposed to have a second season, and then it did, but it was so bad. They thought it was so bad that they made it
Jesus
a
Christ.
Netflix exclusive series. It was pretty hated by everybody. I loved it, and I still love it because I love that absurdist humor. And honestly, people hated this show so much. I love it. I loved it so much. And looking back, I still love it for totally different reasons.
The Problem Solvers has a 2.1 out of 10 from the 2011-2013 TV series. Jesus.
What is this artwork for it? What is this?
It looks like a very there's more photos. All right, hold on. We're gonna take a look at these photos.
What is the thing eating pizza? What the fuck?
That's Alfei. He's a domo, I think. Or a monster. I mean, I'm pretty sure Domo is a monster.
What is this?
So, you know.
What is this on my screen supposed to be?
That's a dog wearing a tuxedo.
What is up with its face?
It's a dog wearing a tuxedo. Just don't question it. That's a Girl Scout ninja warrior.
I feel like you're putting more effort into trying to identify what these things actually are than the people who made it did.
Agreed.
That's a creepy guy and his robot twin identical brother.
Worst part is I can't tell which is which.
I know, right? One looks like a bad robot costume, the other one just looks like a fish.
I mean, one looks like a robot fish, but I still love it.
I see why this show has bad reviews. I don't even need to watch
everyone
it.
hates this show. They cannot stand it. I love it. So, what are you gonna do?
Also, hi Rose. Rose said it's a really bad show that's like an acid trope. I can see that as well.
Rose, you're talking the popular opinion. I totally get it.
I'm not even sure if acid could give you that kind of experience.
That's fair. That's fair.
So what would be the mix of drugs to get you that experience?
I don't know if we have that technology yet.
You would have to lick so many animals.
So many.
You definitely have to lick some stuff.
Rose has seen the show.
Oh, no.
Were you a big fan of the show at the time when it was in 2011, 2013? Was this your childhood?
Clearly, this is Rose's favorite show of all time. They are just too afraid to admit it.
Agree. 100%. This is clearly the reality we live in.
I can imagine, like, she's just like a little kid version of her sitting there looking at it like, what the hell is this?
This was originally
Absolutely
an adult.
not.
This was supposed to be for Adult Swim. They made an Adult Swim pilot called Neon Gnome. And I think the Adult Swim pilot is 100 times better than the show. I still love the show, but the pilot's really good. It even has what's her name? God, she was on BoJack Horseman. Amy Sedaris. I think that's her name. Yeah.
It could be her name.
God damn, does this show get a lot of hate?
I see that. I mean, even in the chat, it's a controversial show to the chat. And the chat knows best. The chat knows everything.
I guess the chat does know everything. I guess the show really does suck. I'm just gonna...
Your childhood's ruined.
That's it. I'm shutting down the Problem Solvers fan club, official fan club. The ones of threes of people are going to be pissed when I send out that email.
You can totally tell this was meant for adults, but was forced on kids.
Yeah, honestly, it's not hard to see. Oh my god.
I feel like the first topic we should cover tonight is the news that I feel like, for me personally, I've heard a lot about in the past 24 hours, with Microsoft shutting down Mixer with a 1-month notice. Mixer is done. They're partnering with Facebook Gaming, and Mixer is going to completely be gone in 1 month's time, July 22nd. And they gave nobody a heads up. None of the streamers on Mixer got a heads up to this. Stars like Tyler Ninja Blevins, Corey King Gupillion, Michael, and Michael Shroud, of course, released from their contracts, and they are not being forced to go to Facebook Gaming. But they are apparently still getting a good bit of that money. So it's definitely an interesting thing for me. 7 months ago, it would have been 7 months ago, I was considering, do I want to stream on Mixer with the risk? Because streaming on Mixer was always this risk. Anybody that said otherwise is very interesting to me. Because Mixer, you could go on Mixer anytime. Maybe not today. I don't know if Mixer numbers are going to spike up as a farewell tool. But before or after Ninja, the overall site-wide numbers still were not good. If you compare it to Twitch, it's like a level 1 hobo trying to fight the in-game boss. That was the gap. And I got the idea of going to Mixer with the risk factor of, oh, if this platform blows up and it suddenly becomes the big number 2 alternative that has a big following, you want to be in there first. That way, your name's already in the door, you've been around a while, the Mixer community knows you, and you rise with the platform. I got that. I found it not to be a risk worth taking. The platform just does not get good numbers, in my opinion. Some people did get fine numbers. Some people did have some fine numbers that they may or may not have gotten on Twitch. But yeah, Mixer's being done in under a month now. And now everyone on Mixer who is a partner has to figure out what's next for them, whether it be going to Facebook Gaming, which, by the way, and I want to point this out because you had a big group of people on Mixer that just went to Mixer because they didn't want to do the top dog Twitch. Where now your options are 3 top dogs. You can either go to Google, you can go to Facebook, or you can go to Amazon. Pick your big pill poison. Pretty much. So those people really are the ones suffering now, unless they find another even more unheard of streaming platform to go to really stick it to Twitch and stick it to YouTube gaming and Facebook gaming.
Are we allowed to make fun of Twitch on this? I don't know the rules of Twitch in terms of making fun of Twitch on Twitch.
Twitch can take a joke.
Alright, they all suck. Every one of them sucks in terms of streaming. I really feel bad for streamers because I do feel like live streaming is literally completely gonna take over like Let's Plays and stuff like that.
I think Let's Plays and streaming games are going to be shut down in 10 years.
Honestly,
It's not fair use.
it's not fair use.
Legally, and when someone takes it to court, because, like, they should clearly change the DMCA rules that were based decades ago in radio, and although they have slightly been updated since then, they're still more meant for radio than they are the uses today. And once you take that to court, you open up the discussion of fair use within a streaming platform. And I don't think that a Let's Play on YouTube, video-wise, or a stream of the game will be classified fair use legally. And I think it could get everything shut down.
I kind of agree with that. I think
I don't agree with it, by the way, but I think that's the reality.
I don't agree with it either. I'm just saying I think I agree from what you're talking about. Technically speaking, live streaming and Let's Plays really aren't transformative. They're just kind of sort of going through the it really depends on how you play it or what you're talking about. God, the argument it's so annoying. The argument is so vague and just understanding what is and what isn't transformative. Like a game review, I think would be more transformative than like a Let's Play or a stream or something. But
Let's see here.
For everything. Oh my god, dude. That is
causing a marked change in someone or something is the definition of transformative. Now, see, I feel like technically, if we want to go by the definition of what is transformative, I think you could classify a Let's Play or a stream as that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, think about this. What is the point of a review? At the end of the day, the point of a review for the viewer, maybe not for the creator, but for a viewer, you go to a review with the purpose of seeing if you want to play this game or not. That is the point. Unless you actively follow that creator and you just watch all their videos, which would be different. But if you're just if you type on YouTube right now, The Last of Us Part 2 review, you're looking to see if it's a game for you or not. That's the point. And in the same way, I feel like you could watch a stream and come to that same conclusion.
I hate to be that guy, but I feel like more than half the people looking up The Last of Us 2 review aren't looking to see
Bad example, but I do see that.
Or not, but just to dislike if someone gives a positive review of it.
If you dare give a positive review, you must be shunned.
I mean,
I've not played it. I'm just joking.
So I've read the story and I've seen the cutscenes, and it looks great. Don't get me wrong; it looks visually great.
Yep.
And from what I've heard, the gameplay, like mechanics, controls, all that stuff, is just like one, but much better, which I could totally get behind. That
Questionable
story, though.
decisions made.
That story. Oh boy, I was not a fan of The Last of Us 1's ending. Everything else, I mean, give or take a few things, I think the story was really good. The ending, not so much. The entire story is basically the ending amplified tenfold. Oh my god.
That's fair. But overall, for an overall review, the point can be the same as a stream or a let's play.
Yeah,
Although, you could argue one's informative, a review is more informative when it comes to knowledge of the game than a stream or let's play could be. It's the argument of is being entertaining while causing that change not fair use, but if you're informative and you cause that change, that makes it fair use.
Yeah, you know what? So I could see that. That's fair.
To which I'd say, the definition of transformative being what it was, both of them are transformative. But legally, I definitely don't think that'll be the way it goes.
Again, I think that's fair. I really... Oh man, that sucks because honestly, I think that live streaming with the games is kind of the best way to interact with fans.
100%.
Definitely.
And I feel like honestly, I was streaming Deus Ex earlier, and for years now, I just enjoy playing games more on stream. I just enjoy that aspect.
I still need to figure out how to fucking stream. I'm gonna wait till I get my own place because I'm still in college. Because I'm always moving around and I just
How old
don't
are
have
you
it-
again?
22. I'm literally 23 in like 2 weeks, but 22 right now.
Ah, so I'm still the youngest here. I'm
Yeah.
22, but I am only a few months into being 22.
Oh, all right. Well, it
And
only
Info's the
goes,
eldest.
it only goes flat from here.
Yep. Info's our senior.
Literally, once you turn 21, that's it. No one cares about you anymore after that.
Well, don't worry. So my family, for the record, the males in my family have a history of losing their hair by the time they're 30. I don't know if y'all can see this on the stream, but I'm not making it to 30 before this is all gone. It's yeeting on out of here.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh,
And I'm
it's
still
just
not gonna
fucking
say
going.
anything.
It's great. It's hilarious. My hair is a fucking hot mess, and I find it... If anything, I find it annoying. Because, like, right now, I'm already at the point where I need to get rid of the hair. But I have to do it every week now. Because normally, I could wait, like, a month. Like, not even a year ago. I could wait a month. And you wouldn't really be able to tell it's not even. In a week now. That's how big of a transformation it's been in under a year. To tell the difference. Before it starts going uneven. And it's just like, ugh. Why? It's just a pain. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. I actively don't. I'm not the person that you're gonna be like, oh, he's going bald, ha ha ha, and me feel bad. I laugh at it myself, so can't hurt my feelings with that. But it's very amusing to me. I'm gonna beat the family record. I'm gonna get it in like 25 or sooner. You never know.
You gotta go for that speedrunning record.
Yes, I'm a speedrunner. I'm falling apart.
Do it. Get the speedrunning record. You should just make a fucking the day that you have like your last hair, just make a Twitch stream and just like have a timer going that says like 25 years, 13. Oh my god.
And you just have the webcam zoomed in on that last piece of hair, and you don't do any. The stream is just that. It's just the hair, and you're waiting for it to fall.
Yeah.
And you just keep your head right there until it falls.
Honestly, make a pay-per-view, get some money off that, you know?
Heck yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing to do.
Just do it, man. Just do it.
But I have seen that Mixer is going to be offering partnerships if they hit. They're going to fast track people to Twitch partnership if the Mixer partners want to go over to Twitch. Like,
Well, it's at least nice of them because honestly, not gonna lie, they're gonna lose a lot of their a lot of their members who stream on Mixer moving to Facebook. Nobody goes to Facebook for this kind of stuff.
nobody should go to Facebook, period.
Honestly, I have a Facebook page,
I do too.
but
Not
I
for-
never use it.
The only reason I still have a Facebook and the only reason I ever check Facebook is to just attempt to engage with people I used to know. That's it.
I just have a Facebook because I feel like you need to have a Facebook because if you're looking for a job and like it's not, if they don't look at LinkedIn, they're gonna look on Facebook. So you need to have a Facebook.
I mean, is it a negative to not be able to be found? If you don't use the internet, will they hold that against you if you don't use social media in your personal life?
I mean, I use Twitter. I hope nobody finds my Twitter. Not because I've said anything bad, but I don't think I'm gonna be hired at a bank or at a
what
computer
are these
science.
hot takes that the Dan the Man Show has on Twitter? We're gonna have to. Nope.
They are going to lambast me and blacklist me from all the banks for saying that Problem Solvers is a good show.
Yes, that's gonna be the one. That's gonna nail you to the wall.
That's gonna be the one that just really, really just does it.
100%. So, Cyberpunk 2077, I said it correct this time. Cyberpunk 2077 will eventually throw me off because Cyberpunk 2077 is a mouthful. But I've had multiple episodes of having to say this stupid name, and it throws me off at least once every time. But they have decided to move the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 from September 17th to November 19th. And they said that while the game is currently playable, it is finished both content and gameplay wise. The quests, the cutscenes, the skills and items, all the adventures, it's all there. But with such an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that. So, once again, they're heading back in time so they can continue to attempt to make their game as good as possible.
I mean, I'm glad of the delay on this. I'd rather them have a finished product than a really shit one.
I agree. I just hope that they do release a finished product and not a shit one.
I mean, if you delay your game, is this the third time they delayed or the second?
I think it's the
Where's
second.
Is it the second? It might be the second.
I think it's the second.
If
I-
you release a bad, unfinished product after multiple delays, does that hold it more against you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're delaying a game specifically for the reason of keeping it in the oven a little longer to bake longer, then
It
you have
better come
all-
out fully cooked.
It better come out fully cooked or at least with as little. I'm not saying it has to be perfect. All I'm saying is it can. I feel like. Okay, so if it's a game I don't like, but it's a game that's functional and works, I'm not going to hold it against them because, maybe it's just a game I don't like. Maybe it's just something, maybe it's a personal thing. But if it's a game that I don't like because it doesn't work or it's just not fun to play, then I'm going to hold it against them. Mighty Number 9 got delayed. Not fun.
Mighty Number 9 always seemed like a disaster to me. Before it came out, after it came out, it just always seemed like it was going to be a disaster.
No Man's Sky got delayed.
No Man's Game.
Although
It's
actually I've
good
heard
now.
that it got better.
No Man's
The
Game.
game's actually a lot of fun now.
I feel like well, see, that's the problem. And actually that does bring up a good point. And it's something we're seeing a lot now in terms of reviews, because this actually ties into the whole thing with SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated of all things.
Best game.
People, best game of all time. Switch version, can't button remap. Let's do it. So people make reviews of games before like day one patches and stuff like that. Then the game devs work on the games after the reviews are made to make it good and playable. Problem is, nobody's playing that game anymore, and nobody's going to be reviewing that game anymore because they already made the review.
Yep.
And no one is going to make a review of an old game. I mean, no news site is going to make a review of an old game.
Yeah.
Game reviewers make reviews of old games all the time, and they're great. But you won't see Game Explain making another review of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
What if I make a petition on petition.org and I get 10 people to sign it?
Dude, if you do that, I will be your 11th signature.
We could make it happen, I'm sure. If we put a couple weeks into it, we can get those 10 signatures.
Yeah, I said, yeah, just like it's a campaign to get everyone to make another review a week later.
Yes. And after any game, no matter what, even if it doesn't get a patch, you have to... I mean, honestly, that could be a good thing. Because, I mean, I feel like a lot of people play part of a game for a review. I don't think every reviewer plays the whole game for the review. And so... And I'm not saying all of them do, and I'm not saying all the big ones do. But I definitely think it's a more common thing than you'd think that they don't actually finish the game before they review it.
I think it depends on the type of game that you're playing to review. Like a game like Battle for Bikini Bottom, I feel like you have to at least play most of it. I don't think you have to go through the entire game. I would say at least get to the final boss and beat the final boss.
If you're going to review Fallout 3, I'm going to need you to do 100% of everything. You need to have all the achievements done. You need to do absolutely everything that game has to offer before I even accept
if you even have an ounce of thought of reviewing Mega Man 10, you absolutely better get every single achievement, including the one that says you are not allowed to take a single hit in the entire game.
And you better not cheat. If you cheat, we'll know.
If you cheat, we'll know. We'll find where you live, and we'll send you a petition to do it again.
Yes.
Damn.
I feel like a lot of reviews could do good with like a 1 week thought. Like, you have your initial impression after you beat it and you do the review. But if you let that cook for a bit and you just didn't think about it for a month, would your opinion shift?
That's, honestly, I think that's a good idea. But at the same time,
it's not feasible.
They're not going to do that because then they're not going to get any views.
Yeah, it's not feasible. But I feel like it'd be very insightful. But again, that goes back to showing what a creator is really making content for. Are they making it to truly inform the people? Or are they doing it for views? Easy way to see.
I guess we will see. I feel like we were talking about Cyberpunk and then we were talking about SpongeBob.
Welcome to BS Back in the Shed.
Rehydrated. Oh my god.
I mean, hey.
To the best time you'll ever have, because that's us in a nutshell.
You know what they need to remaster?
Should be Robo?
The Shrek games.
Which ones?
All of them.
All of them.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All of them.
Shrek. Well, they did technically remaster Shrek Xbox into Shrek Extra Large.
All of them. In one bundle.
I thought you wanted me on as a guest, not Bolt.
Oh, hey. Hey, Bolt's too big of a hot... He's too big now to come on the podcast. He wouldn't do that.
Damn. Fame went to his head.
It did. I mean, have you talked to him?
Yeah,
he only talks about the millions of dollars he makes.
Dude, he is a YouTube celebrity. He is... We're doing the same thing we did last time. We're talking about we're talking about Bolt, and I was about to say I love Bolt, and I said the same exact goddamn thing last time. God, history really does repeat itself.
It does. Hey, to be fair, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure since you've come on, Bolt has not come back on. So what I said, clearly
I
true.
think you're right. Has Crymore come back on, or just? I don't think they have either, right?
Mm-mm, no.
No.
Too big-headed.
Bro, they release weekly video game reviews that are really good. I love them.
They do.
But
They
damn,
put some
it
work
went
in.
to their heads. How could they not be a guest on the BS podcast, the greatest
Exactly.
podcast on the AM waves?
How can you not go back in the shed? That's the whole point. You're supposed to go back.
Yeah. When society doesn't accept you, you go in the shed.
Exactly.
Maybe it's the food. Maybe we need different food.
Oh, you guys have food? Dude, the woman
We have a
at
sex
the
dungeon as
front
well.
The woman at the front desk told me I wasn't allowed any of the candy in the bowl, and it was all like chocolate and like the good kind of chocolate, not like the freaking Three Musketeers kind. They made me take from the bowl that had like the unnamed, unmarked, hard as shit fruit things. Oh, I hate those.
Hey, sometimes you gotta take what you're given.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a sex dungeon in the back, apparently. That's the thing.
I'm looking forward to the tour of that after this.
Of course. Let's see. What else do we have in the shed? Oh, we have a bidet? How do you feel about bidets, Dan?
Oh my god.
I am embarrassed to say I have never used a bidet before.
Are you
I-
open-minded to it, though?
I am extremely open-minded to it. I wish that I knew someone who even, besides you guys, obviously, I wish I knew someone else who had a bidet so I can utilize their bidet.
Well, don't worry. Info will never use a bidet. He's too...
They're a death trap.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're perfectly...
They're perfectly fine if you want to get your asshole tore apart. Okay.
I love the return of bidet. It always comes back, Info.
Yeah.
It's like a boomerang. You throw it and you think it's gonna go away, but it comes right back eventually.
Fucking, it's Sokka's boomerang from fucking Avatar. No matter how fucking far you threw that bitch, it always come back every time.
And this is gonna hit you directly in the head. Every time. Every time. But, did you see that Avatar The Last Airbender, now that we're on something similar, has been a big hit on Netflix, landed in the daily top 10 series within a day of its debut, climbing to the #1 spot in the US, and as the most popular TV show or movie on the service for the full week of May 14th to 21st. And, you know, since then, it's still been on the rise, you know?
I mean, it makes sense. They made a big deal about it. And
I still need to watch it.
I was about to say,
Again.
I was gonna hope I didn't think. I was gonna say, I hope you don't think any less of me. I have never seen the show.
How dare
I've seen
you?
bits and pieces, but I've never seen the show fully.
Because
I-
apparently the resolution and stuff is up now on Netflix. It's better than what it was on Nickelodeon. So I'm really excited to watch it again. Because I watched it as a kid.
I gotta
But just because you watched it as a kid and you enjoyed it doesn't mean as an adult you're going to like it.
See, I don't know, because I hated Korra, so that's why I was so nervous to watch.
Never watched it.
Korra.
People always say the original's better than Korra.
Yeah, Korra. Korra makes me want to Korai. That was awful.
That's fair.
Wow.
Korra. Korra.
Ooh, I want to watch it. Korra is bad. Wow.
Yeah, no, Korra is just. Korra makes me devoid of all
Of all
feeling.
things.
Korra. J.K. Simmons is in it. That's the only positive I could say about it.
Who?
J.K. Simmons.
Who?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh! Hero.
Who?
A hero.
Yeah, a hero, yeah.
The true hero.
Dude, literally, best Spider-Man character.
I agree!
Dude.
Minor spoiler for the latest Spider-Man movie. Have you watched it?
It's a year old. I don't think we have to say spoiler anymore.
I personally feel like we should just have a spoiler if you've not seen the latest Spider-Man Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. That ending with him returning finally to that role made me so happy. Honestly, it was the highest enjoyment of the whole movie.
Wasn't he also in the game? Was that him?
He might have been, but
I
I don't
think that
consider
was
that
him.
the same.
I think that was him, and honestly, he did a great job in. I mean, he always does a great job. So
I love him and that role. It's great.
yeah, he is.
Someone has to keep Spider-Man accountable, and I trust him. A true American hero.
Yeah, bring me photos of the Spider-Man. Oh man, he is what we need. This is why I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie, just because of him.
Exactly. Like, I personally feel like Tobey Maguire is still the best movie Spider-Man. Personally.
I agree. But
No, I do think Tom Holland is an actual good actor. I think if they didn't focus on making him such a kid, and you just let him do more, I think he could be better. But the kiddish role Spider-Man is still in right now really holds it back.
Yeah, I'm nervous for the future in terms of. I understand that this version of Spider-Man has a strong connection to Iron Man, but I really hope he doesn't become the next Iron Man. That would just
I don't think it will.
be very lame.
I think he'll continue to do super complicated suits. I mean, he has a way more complicated suit than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man ever had.
The one thing I wasn't a fan of in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3 is the best Spider-Man movie of the three.
Well, I mean, I unironically love Spider-Man 3.
I do as well.
I was gonna say the one thing I don't like, and this is so nitpicky,
Oh boy.
but in the comics, or at least the original comics, he doesn't have web-slinging powers. He makes the web shooters, right? And in the Tobey Maguire movies, he has the web powers just with him, like at all times. I'm just thinking, that's not. I mean, I know that there are versions of him that have those powers.
Are you saying you don't believe that if a spider bit you right now, and it was the right kind of spider, you would not gain the ability to shoot webs?
Out of my butt, maybe. I mean,
That would be... And who wouldn't want that superpower? You can't have any anal play with it, Info, apparently.
Where does the web come from? From the hands? Where would it come from? Does he? Is he like the Bakugo of the Marvel universe and transforms his sweat into webbing? Is that how that works?
I mean, maybe. So what you're saying is peak Spider-Man in that scenario is best in a sauna.
I guess.
Undefeated Spider-Man in the sauna. And a towel.
It's a
True,
terrifying
true.
thought.
That's great. I love that. I'm glad we're rewriting history.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes, of course. So Dan, I do have a question.
Yeah, go nuts.
Back when you were on episode 31, I don't remember the timeline of this, but I know for a while, I always asked people about Disney Plus. Was that still during your time, or had I already concluded that by your episode?
What do you mean by ask people about Disney Plus?
I
like if they
asked
were getting it?
people, we talk about it and ask if you were gonna get it.
Well, I don't know if we knew at that time, but because we're Verizon members, our family, we get a year free. So right now we have it.
Are you gonna pay for it when it's done?
That is a good question. We might continue with it. Because it's not like it's even that expensive. It's like $6.99, $7.99. I think it's like $6.99.
You could have told me it was $5.99. I would have believed you. Let's see.
It's not that bad.
How
it's not
much does
Real
Disney?
Max bad.
$6.99 or $69.99 a month.
I think you mixed
Or a
that up.
year.
Yeah. It's not that bad. Price wise. Honestly, I might not pay for HBO Max if it wasn't for the fact that we get HBO through our cable provider, so we get it for free indefinitely.
Yep.
So, I am loving HBO Max just because I am a Cartoon Network whore compared to Disney. I think I've like watched one major thing on Disney Plus that wasn't The Mandalorian, and that's Darkwing Duck, and I'm still not done with that.
Fun. What was I gonna? What was? I don't know if there's anything for me. Disney Plus. I'm excited for the future when it comes to the Marvel shows, the non-animated Marvel
What
shows.
happened with those? I thought, like, how come they haven't, you know?
They were supposed to start at the end of the year, but with everything that happens in the world so far this year, that may have got pushed back.
I just wish Disney Plus. I don't know. There's not that much new stuff.
They should have waited until they had more things to show new right now. Because the thing is, now that... See, what made Netflix so popular originally was that it was the go-to place to watch pretty much anything you'd want to watch within that category. But now that you have Amazon Prime Video, you have HBO Max, you have Disney Plus, Hulu, blah, 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 your backlog of old shit doesn't matter anymore. That's not how you win people over. It's all about what you're bringing to the table original series-wise.
I hate Amazon Prime Video so much. So goddamn much. It is, without a doubt, the worst of the services, in my opinion.
Why? What about it makes it so bad?
Well, first of all, I think the UI is garbage. I think it has the worst UI out of all of the streaming services that I've used.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what it has available for free has dwindled so much worse than anything Netflix has lost in the past. Sunny in Philadelphia, gone. Just no longer a thing. What else? There were a few others, and it's totally blanking on me. I think I'm still pissed off about The Tick. To this day, I am so pissed off about The Tick being canceled. I'm not even saying they have bad shows because they're not bad, but like they would be so much better on a different service. And when this is the pettiest fucking thing, but when I was reviewing the Garfield show, or when I was researching to review the Garfield show, season 1, 2, and 4 were all on Netflix. But season 3, for some reason, some force above us decided season 3 was too divine to be on any other streaming service that isn't Amazon Prime Video. So I had to watch it out of order, mind you, on Amazon Prime Video. And the only two-part episode, or not the, I don't think it's the only two-part episode, but the only decent episode that I cared about, the one where Lyman, the character that was disappeared really out of nowhere, disappeared. The second part, they had the episode, but it was preempted with another episode. But the subtitles were for the episode that it was supposed to be. I have never in my life seen an error of incompetence like that. So while I'm watching this episode that I've seen before, I'm looking at the subtitles of the episode I'm supposed to be watching. And it is the most baffling thing I have ever seen.
I mean, it happens. I mean, that's the thing with all these streaming services. And I feel like, I like how now that there's so many streaming services, people are like, oh, now's the time to pirate. Now's the time. Arg. But, you know, I feel like my whole thing with streaming services, and I feel like a lot of people do not take this the way I take it. I've never been of the mindset that you should subscribe on anything more than a month. I think the optimal way, and the way I personally do streaming services, if I want to watch a show or if there's multiple things I want to watch, I get ready to watch them, I'll pay for a month, I'll watch everything I want to watch, and then I won't renew it. And there you go. And I feel like if you just shuffle that around for all the things, you don't need to have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus. You don't need to have all of them all at the same time. You can just mix and mingle with what interests you at the time. And save money that way. And not have them on a monthly, all year basis.
I feel like, I don't know. I have this thing where I just can't cancel. I don't know why that is. I'm what streaming services want. Someone who just won't cancel.
I am their nightmare because I don't believe in their bullshit.
You probably are their nightmare.
Probably. How
Probably.
dare I not want to give all my money to them? How dare?
Yeah. I totally agree. I think the second worst streaming service is Crackle because it's free, but they took off. What streaming service takes off their original? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? How do you lose the right? I don't know. It's stupid. You lose the rights to the original, I guess, and then, like, no one picks it up, so now no one can air it, so it becomes lost media. Fuck that.
I mean,
Can I curse?
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can 100% curse. As long as
Yeah,
it's Twitch friendly, you're good.
Yeah, fuck. How do you lose the rights to your originals? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It pisses me off. Let's just go to the next one.
Well, next up, we're going to go through our unpopular opinions / dentists of the week, and we're going to see if we feel like they are actually unpopular or not. And the way we're going to do this is, if we do deem them to not be a popular opinion, I will give them a thumbs up on the Reddit, because, you know, they did their job. Good on them. And we're going to start with a big oof here, with someone on the 10th Dentist that said, dogs are the worst, most vile, disgusting, horrible creatures to roam this earth. I'm a little biased. About a month before Christmas, a dog nearly ripped my hand off and tore my stomach open. Ever since, I've hated and despised those hell spawns. I don't understand why anyone would want to be around them, let alone let their children around them. Thoughts?
Do you
Oh.
think this is like one of those? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say, unbeknown to Wes, while we was, waiting for the show to start, I actually hunted down and assassinated this guy for his opinion. It was so bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Oh boy, you committed a murder. And you admitted it on a podcast.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh boy. BS back in the show does not condone that murder. Please just arrest Interfu. I had nothing to do with it. I was away.
Yeah, I fucking shot him. He's dead.
Do you think this is one of those? The person that wrote that is one of those aliens from that movie where water is their kryptonite, and they weren't talking about them licking the dog licking them, because honestly, who writes that? Like, who could write that? Like, do you think someone actually wrote that, or do you think they wrote it just to get a rise out of people?
I looked at their Reddit history on the stream just now. I scrolled through it, and it seems like there's mostly innocent posts on here. This does not look to be an account that just purely throws out the hot takes. So I think this truly did happen to them. Their story is probably what happened, and they've just actually held it against the dogs.
I don't doubt that something similar to what happened in this story happened to this person.
Now, clearly they exaggerated it.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
100%. How do you tore a stomach open with, like, oh my god, I don't know. But
So
I think the blame is on the owner every time. If it's a bad dog, it's the owner's fault. Honestly, I think it is.
So we're all gonna go on the opinion that this is a unpopular opinion.
Unpopular, terrible opinion. Thank you for killing this person, Infu.
Yeah, you're very welcome. He's dead. He's in a ditch somewhere.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a big oof. I don't even. I have to unzoom it to give it a thumbs up. It has 2.4k upvotes, so I guess they're doing something right.
Yeah, like not being alive anymore.
Yeah. This next one, much more tame. WASD is overrated. I'm not left-handed, but I use IKJL. It feels more comfortable to me and gives more space for shift. You know, I feel like out of all the WASD alternatives, I do feel like IJKL could be a good alternative. Like, if you just put your hands on the keyboard, and I know it's not going to feel natural, but, I mean, it's not, like, too bad. Like, if you put...
A part of me wants to know, what did that mean? What do you mean it gives you more space for shift?
I don't know.
I don't even hit the shift key like that.
Yeah, what does... are they doing it with their left hand or their right hand?
On my keyboard, there's a shift key right under enter, right? Like, on the row below and to the right.
I can't do that because, like, when I do WASD...
You do it with your pinky. I'm imagining you have your...
I have two shift keys, one on either side. What's the problem?
I mean, I agree. I mean, it's an equivalent. That's why I said if there was a good alternative, this is a good alternative, because it truly is, like... I feel like they're equivalent.
Does the guy have a hook for a hand?
Maybe.
Does the guy have nubs? Is this... I'm so confused. It's literally the same setup on both sides. Unless he's talking about using IJKL with his left hand.
That would be even worse.
That would be even worse. And that just makes me wonder, what is going on?
Now, I do agree that WASD is overrated. The true combination is QZPM.
I've used the arrow keys before.
QZPM is the way to go.
Yeah, that is the perfect way to go. Or just like, if it's multi-directional, like if it's an 8-directional, just use 1 through 8.
Exactly, 1 through 8.
1 goes top left, 2 goes
Oh
top.
god.
Oh my god.
That's a nightmare. That may actually be the worst take so far.
It's just you're basically saying this thing is uncomfortable, but this thing that is the same thing is so comfortable.
I mean, to be fair, they just said feels more comfortable and gives more space.
I don't know.
Now, to be fair, if you look at your keyboard right now, there is more space between the L and the right shift than the A and the left shift. There is more space.
Yeah, and that's why it's perfect, because your pinky rests on shift on the left.
Well, they want more space.
Okay, but literally it's the perfect setup because your 3 fingers, index, middle, and ring finger, all are on the WASD keys. Your thumb is on space and your pinky's on shift. If you move it over, it is so messed up now. You can argue that your thumb could be on shift depending on how big your hand is. I have tiny ass hands, so it doesn't really work for me. But in what world is your pinky backward stretching enough to be hitting the space comfortably?
What do you mean backward spacing enough? You just reach it out.
Yeah, well, but like you gotta like reach out.
You do like this. You just do like that. Just like that. Yeah.
It needs to be like invertedly growing in order for it to be comfortable, and that's disgusting.
That's interesting. I mean, so do we feel like WASD is overrated? Is an unpopular opinion.
I don't know if I'd say WASD. I don't like absolutely 100% disagree with this take that WASD is overrated.
But with their explanation,
I totally disagree with their explanation. But I think that, I do think that it's up for debate whether WASD is overrated.
Well, that's what we're
Firstly-
here for. We're here to solve that debate.
I'm a controller guy. I'll always prefer a D-pad to WASD if I have a chance, because I just love the feel of a D-pad more.
For sure. For sure.
So definitely. But fuck IJKL. That's
Fuck IJKL.
that sounds like a. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like one of those introvert, outrovert, extrovert quizzes.
It does. It actually does.
Guys, I
Is
got
it?
IJKL.
I'll be sure it's not.
Honestly, I kind of want to look it up.
I don't even know what they're considered as. IJKL, a introvert, extrovert,
I forget what it's called. I'm going.
phrase. I'm not saying. I don't know. I tried. I did my best. It didn't work.
Well, whatever. It's fine.
I tried. So, I feel like we overall agree that WASD is. Well, I don't personally feel like WASD is overrated. I like WASD. I prefer a controller, but WASD's fine. I would
Yeah.
not want to use ESDF, but WASD's fine. I don't think it's overrated, but I can see why some people would feel it's overrated. And I feel like we all disagree with IJKL is a good alternative.
I think I might commit another murder after that one.
IJKL is superior from an OCD perspective because it's in alphabetical order. Ooh, solace with the explanation. That makes sense.
And it's like one after the other because IJKL in the alphabet. It's literally HIJKL. It's not skipping any letters.
This is true. So maybe there you go. We've completed the argument. So IJKL clearly the better.
Clearly superior. Clearly.
Clearly. I'm glad we could solve this. So
I'm
do
still
they get an
murdered.
upvote for being an unpopular opinion?
They deserve it. They totally need
Yeah.
it. In the upvote, man.
All right. This is going to be a long one. There is no good reason to pursue romantic relationships. First date goes badly, well, you've wasted your time. You hit it off, well, odds are you're going to break up and you'll either feel nothing or terrible. Unless your relationship was bad enough to feel happy about it ending. You actually love this person enough to get married, divorce could still happen, which opens the door for heavy financial loss. Live together long enough for one of you to die? Awesome. If you're the one who died. If you aren't, then boom, heavy grief. I see no value in searching for a partner, especially since it will always lead to pain somehow. And I haven't even mentioned the possibility of cheating. Can there be good that comes from it? If you're lucky, I guess you could feel loved for a while. But at that point, you're just delaying the inevitable heartache, betrayal, and or grief.
This is mixed with a combination of hypotheticals and no shit Sherlocks. It's the equivalent of saying, you want to step outside to get some ice cream? Boom, now you have AIDS.
Ooh. This is a
It's so stupid.
when I found this, I laughed so hard. This is hilarious.
I agree that romance isn't for everybody, but calling it a total shit show and just like saying there's no good reason.
Hey, you pointed out that they're doing hypotheticals. Now you're putting words in his mouth.
You know what? That's fair. That's
Boom.
fair. Damn. Damn, you got me there.
Bam. Checkmate. They win. Yeah, this is a hilarious thing to me. I find it. I don't think anyone here is going to agree with that. I think I lean the most odd to the group here, I would imagine. But I definitely think there are good reasons to pursue a romantic relationship. I would agree that people put too high of a priority on romantic relationships. But I definitely do think there are good reasons to pursue them. They just need to tone it back.
I get that.
I think that's where I classify most people under But I definitely do not agree with this at all. That there is no good reason to pursue one.
Yeah, you're taking the when you say there's no good reason, you're basically taking the one side of the extreme. If it said there are not a lot of good reasons to pursue romantic relationships, I feel like an argument could be made. When you say there's no good reason, you're wasting your time.
Yeah. So I definitely think this person, I mean, they succeeded though. At the end of the day, they did succeed. So far, everyone has succeeded so far in being an unpopular opinion.
Do you think this person who wrote this is married and like has a family and hates their life?
They made their account 7 months ago. Let's see. What are their new posts? Nothing that seems to be anything that we can.
Just because you can't get a little boy, scroll up. Oh my god, just because you can't get a little puss. Oh, that was amazing. I wish I never. What?
I'm not seeing anything to really give us a vibe of if they're married or not.
Oh my god.
I also don't remember if I gave them an upvote, and I don't care to go back. So
Yeah, don't even bother. It's stupid.
Dragon Ball Z is the best anime of all time. It literally changed all of anime in the 90s. It started out about a kid who grew up with a tail trying to be the best at martial art fighter, to then figuring out he was actually an alien from outer space, to figuring out his origin story about how his planet was blown up and he was cast away. Then he awakens powers from within of the Super Saiyan transformation, avenged his race and defeated his evil oppressor. Dragon Ball Z taught us about overcoming our obstacles. It taught us 90s kids about heroism. I saw Goku like he was Superman when he first became a Super Saiyan. I always thought about how much he inspires kids to work out, to train harder, and overcome every limit that passed his way. Dragon Ball Z is the best anime of all time.
He left out the part where Goku's a cheating bitch.
He is a cheating bitch. Goku does cheat all the time.
He does. He's also.
But I will
basically-
say, Dragon Ball Z, best anime.
You
Fight
really
me.
do think that?
I'm not a big anime person, but I did
See,
love
I'm-
Dragon Ball Z. So.
I'm not a big anime person either, and that's why I said I like contribute, but don't really have that much to add. I will say I've watched a few anime, and the anime that I've watched have been much better than Dragon Ball Z.
Let me put this out here for my perspective. There's multiple animes on like Cartoon Network at the time when I was a kid. You had Naruto, you had Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Toonami for the win.
Yeah, Toonami had things. And I
Toonami's
feel
still
like
growing strong.
Pokemon also. And I feel like when I look at it, I never went back as an adult and wanted to watch Naruto and watch the later Naruto series. I always wanted to watch Dragon Ball Super though. Because Dragon Ball Z just had such a big impact on me.
Did you
Yeah.
watch Super?
I'm not done with it, but
I've heard the first episodes are pretty
I like it.
watch.
I enjoy it, personally.
All right.
It scratches the itch for me of Dragon Ball.
What about GT?
I enjoyed GT, and I know that's not a popular opinion.
How do you feel that Toriyama says GT is the best one?
I mean, I agree that there are things in GT that would never be recreated. I don't think Pan is ever going to matter as much as she did in GT. I don't think Oob will get as big of a role as he did in GT.
Did Oob even get a big role in GT? I really...
He's going to get a bigger role. He got a bigger role in GT than he's going to get in Super. I would. Or whatever comes after Super. I would bet. Who else?
All right, well, here's a question. How do you feel about the ending of Dragon Ball Z? Because I know that that's apparently pretty controversial.
Like the ending to the Dragon Ball Z and not like GT is good. Change my mind. I agree, Rose.
I think the ending of GT is relatively okay. I heard that the ending
Are we talking about the ending of GT or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z, where he goes off to train Oob.
I don't
Like that-
consider that a canon ending anymore.
You don't?
That's got erased. Dragon Ball Super had to erase that. How can that possibly be a thing now?
I don't know. I never watched Dragon Ball. I only watched the abridged series. That's
Would you
the
agree,
only-
Info, that there's no way that the Dragon Ball Z ending can exist anymore? It got overridden by Super.
I 100% think that Super has completely overridden it, unless towards the end of Super they do some sort of like
You lose everything! Go back to
unless
start.
like they somehow manage to like use the Super Dragon Balls to completely null literally everything that happened in Super. There is no way.
Yep. And I mean, to be fair, it makes sense. They weren't planning on doing anything after Dragon Ball Z. That was it for them. They were good. That was going to be their ending. So they never planned on having a future for it. So when they did eventually decide, fuck GT, we're going to make sure that we stomp that in the dust, because Akira did not appreciate it.
GT was not good.
You're talking to someone who has like next to no connection to the Dragon Ball series minus the abridged series and like playing
I don't like Abridged.
Super Smash Flash.
I think there are funny scenes in Abridged, but I think if you watch Dragon Ball from the Abridged standpoint and you just watch it as that, I think GT's definitely significantly better than Abridged.
You know what I feel isn't that funny that people say is the funniest shit in
What?
the world? Sonic fan dub.
I
Have you-
think, as someone that's only heard like Bolt and people with Bolt reading Sonic fanfiction, and that's the only word close to that I ever get in any way, shape, or form, pretty much all of my Sonic consumption is thanks to Bolt.
Yeah, so Sonic fan dub is just like a bunch of people dubbing over like a fan dub, like real time improv, then dubbing over cutscenes of Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 06 and Sonic Riders. Sonic 06 was just painfully unfunny. Do you like talking about Fortnite for an hour and a half? Because that is what they were talking about for an hour and a half.
I've not
Great.
even seen a minute and a half of Fortnite gameplay probably in my life. So,
I mean, it definitely has funny moments, but like, damn, it is hard to watch sometimes. I definitely think that there are good. If I were to rate them, I definitely think what was I gonna say? I definitely think that I think honestly I might like the Sonic Riders one the best. I don't know, but I just don't think they're that funny altogether. I'm not saying I could do any better. By no means I can't. I am terrible at improv, but you know, I just don't think they're funny. But yeah, that's besides the point. Anyway, Dragon Ball Z is not the best anime of all time. I think it's
disagree, it is the best anime of all time. Info, where do you stand?
I have watched 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. Ergo, I am allowed to say Cowboy Bebop is the best anime of all time.
Info?
Hey. Damn.
Have you never seen the Ghost Stories dub, man? I mean, even that's better.
Come on, Info. Join the good side. Join the correct side.
Dude, the pacing is just... Oh my god, the pacing makes me want to die.
Info, come on. Join the good side.
As someone who's seen quite a few anime, I can't say it's the best, but
You're fired.
can't
I
say it's
mean-
the best, but it's definitely higher up there than a lot of the ones that I've seen. Because I mean, most of the ones I've seen, I get like really bored with. But I mean, I've come back to Dragon Ball every time. So
Yeah, that's what it has going for it. And Rose, that's the point of all these. This is all about perspective and opinion and what we can overall as a group feel. Yeah, everyone's
It's
best
a-
anime is different, but it was pitching if Dragon Ball Z could be the best anime of all time.
If they said Kai instead of Z, like Vanilla Z,
I
feel
disagree.
like the argument could be made. Really?
I disagree.
You don't like Kai?
Why would I want to watch Kai? I want the whole experience. I want it all. Character
they
build me with
down-
your filler. Give me
they
all
cut
the
down
filler. I
so
love the filler.
They cut down on so much filler and goddamn waiting. The waiting. Oh my god. I tried to watch an episode of Dragon Ball. Nothing happened in that episode.
Such a hater.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's definitely not the best anime of all time. Cowboy Bebop.
You don't know what
From
a
the
true
episode
anime
I
is.
Ghost Stories dub best anime of all time. Just watch it. Honestly, it's the best.
Alright, so this is also going to be listed an unpopular opinion for this crowd. That's disappointing. I was hoping I could bring Info over to the good side.
I mean, the dark side.
The good side.
Yeah, okay, whatever you say, man.
I almost won him over. He was almost there, but he just couldn't make the jump.
Whatever you say.
Okay, so like, hear me out on this.
Oh
If
god.
if I had never discovered One Piece, I would probably put Dragon Ball in that spot. But like, I love One Piece a lot, so that's, you know,
So come aboard and bring along all our hopes and dreams.
Oh my god, One Piece. See, like, I've heard great things about One Piece, but god damn, my life is
Wouldn't
already
it have
so
the same
busy.
issue that Dragon Ball has when it comes to filler?
It does, but like, it's even worse because of how many goddamn episodes there are.
I'd feel the
There's
same way
so
about
many
Naruto.
episodes. Oh my god. I think the only anime I think I don't even watch that many anime. I watch My Hero, which I know I'm terrible.
Never watched that.
Fine. There was a lot of recapping.
Solace, how dare
Lot of
you?
recapping. Oh my god! Like 50% of every episode is recaps. It is. It can be a lot, but it works. I like it. I've seen all of Space Dandy. I love Space Dandy. Some episodes I don't like, but I think Space Dandy overall I love. Promise Neverland, what's out so far? I love that. Ghost Story dub. I still need to finish Cowboy Bebop because I feel so terrible for not finishing that.
I'm only gonna watch it when the new one's made.
There's a new one?
It's gonna be.
Is it like wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
When? I did
I
not
don't
know that.
It's gonna be on Netflix.
Oh.
Oh,
That ruins my excitement.
I could see the lipness happen there. Oh.
It was like it was like reverse wake up sleep
It was-
meme. Oh my
It was like, oh, you went
God.
up, and then it crashed. I don't know why I just glitched there for
Netflix
a
has
moment.
no good anime. How many times do I have to say this?
Is it live action or anime new for? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm actually
man.
not gonna watch it though, so I
They
lied.
have Neo Yokio, the best anime of all time.
How? Dragon Ball Z best anime of all time.
Neo Yokio, best anime of all time.
Unsub.
Is Castlevania an anime? Because I've
Yes.
heard good things about the Castlevania anime, actually. So maybe they have that. I don't know. Fuck this one so hard.
90
hate-
degrees Fahrenheit is
Just
more
don't even
comfortable than
bother.
40 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't stand the cold. It's awful to try and breathe. It makes you shiver, makes you wear tons of layers that need to be added and taken off when you get indoors. Plus, running in the cold sting and hurt. Meanwhile, warm weather might make you need more water, but it's so much easier to deal with. You can enjoy clothes like shorts without needing tons of layers. Listen, this is my thing, and this is always going to be my thing. I would rather deal with the cold, but I can always add more layers. If
I
I
could
get hot on stream, if it's 90 degrees in my room, I am just fucking gonna be soaked on stream. Because it's not like I can't just suddenly start stripping more. I have to deal with it. And I can't turn on all the fans or it makes a bunch of noise. So,
I'm
I'd
gonna go
rather
through each
deal
one
with 40.
points. I'm gonna go through each one of these points and just first of all, comparing 40 degrees to 90 degrees. Are you kidding me? If it was like 20 degrees to 90 degrees, maybe you have a point. But 40 degrees?
40 is, to
Are
me,
you-
40 represents you're starting to get a little bit cold, but you're not completely out of the warm zone. You're like on the very end of warm getting cold.
Your body temperature is 32. Your body temperature is colder than what they're projecting. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is such a bad take. Can you downvote something twice?
I mean, technically, we could downvote it like 8 times.
This actually is a terrible, awful, not so good take.
Big oof.
Like, first of all, awful to try and breathe. Have you tried breathing in 90-degree, humid,
When it gets hot,
foggy weather?
I just get drained. Like, all my energy just is gone from my
Exactly.
body. It's all fucking gone. The heat
Exactly.
kills
When
it.
I'm cold, at least the cold keeps me awake, you know? It makes you shiver. No fucking shit, it makes you shiver. That's what the cold does. And who shivers at 40 degrees Fahrenheit?
People
Who-
that live in, like, Florida or,
Yeah,
like,
people who live in
Hawaii.
Florida, maybe. But, like, are you... Oh, my God. Makes you wear tons of layers that you need to be added and taken off when you get indoors. Yeah, word of the wise, you can add on as many layers as you want. Once you get buck naked, you can't rip off your skin.
Hey,
So,
that may be
Well,
someone's
you
kink. We
can,
don't kink
but-
shame.
You can. You
We don't
can.
kink shame.
You know what? If that's your thing, go right ahead. But once you get down to the muscle and bone, if you're still hot, then just start shaving that bone.
Exactly. And when you're bled out and you can't feel it anymore, you know you've won.
And you still got atoms. Start breaking those atoms.
Hey, when you're just a skeleton and you're not even alive anymore, you're cool. Until your bones get too hot.
Running in the cold stings and hurts. Have you tried running in 90-degree, muggy, hot?
Then your head is just like, why the fuck are you doing this? You're an asshole. Stop.
Running in the cold is so much better because you're eventually gonna get hot running anyways. And I'd rather be hot in 40-degree weather than hot in 90-degree weather.
Agreed.
Downvote this to oblivion. Terrible take. God damn it.
If nothing else breaks Dan this whole time, just this. This is...
Because it wouldn't even be, I wouldn't even be so mad if it said 20. If it said 20, you can make an argument. This is 40.
Hey Dan,
40.
I think 62 degrees is more comfortable than 62.7 degrees.
Yo, same. We can make let's just make an hour-long diatribe about that.
Yes, clearly.
Oh my god.
That's what we do.
Terrible take. I can't even look at this take anymore without my eyes wanting to stab my eyes.
How do you feel about this info?
Can't say that it's more comfortable, no, but I mean, usually whenever like I've done
Keep
my
in
fair
mind,
share.
Infu doesn't wear a shirt.
Yeah, like I wear the minimal amount of clothes year round. I don't wear a shirt and I don't wear pants year round. So
Yeah,
my body's always
don't wear
experiencing the
shirts.
max amount of cold and heat possible. Always.
So, do you agree or do you disagree?
Kind of in the middle because like I'm outside all summer long where it's consistently 90 plus degrees, and like even when I do my outside exercising and stuff like that, like unless it's raining, like I usually walk at least 3+ miles every day out in that heat. So like I gotta say I would rather do walking in the heat than I would the cold, actually. So I think all in all, I think I'm gonna have to agree with this guy.
Ooh.
Mm,
I
That's-
like the cold more for sleeping though.
agreed.
Mhm.
There's nothing worse than a hot pillow.
Agreed.
Agreed.
A hot bed. That could be worse.
I guess, but like even with a hot bed, as long as I have a cold pillow, it's comfortable. If the pillow's warm, then it's so uncomfortable.
I feel like I've read that you're supposed to have like a cool breeze at your like feet to help put you to sleep.
But Aren't your feet covered by a blanket?
Yes, but there should still be like a cool breeze going through that area.
I don't know, man. Oh my god. I hate this take so goddamn much. This is breaking me. You've broken me.
American pancakes taste terrible. They're just so mushy and tasteless, and even worse when you bombard them with maple syrup. I just can't figure out what redeeming quality these boring-ass UFO-shaped sugar blobs have for them to be so popular. At least waffles have some sort of decent texture and a creative shape, while pancakes are just plump little dough discs that have to be glazed with sugar to make them taste like anything. They're the desk jobs of breakfast food. Innately monotone, and you have to pump yourself full of drugs in order to enjoy them. I much prefer the French version because it has some actually decent texture. You can eat them with non-sugary stuff because they don't taste like fucking baby food. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I really have nothing to compare this to.
Can we also point out the name of this person? It's Fetus Yeetus 123.
That's beautiful.
Fetus Yeetus 123.
Oh my god.
They're just so mushy and tasteless, clearly.
Oh my god. I'm not even a pancake guy, so I have like no opinion on this whatsoever. Sure, why not?
I like pancakes.
Is there a difference between pancakes and flapjacks?
I don't know what a flapjack. Let's see. What is a flapjack? There's definitely a difference if this is what we're talking about. That in oat bar?
There's no way. That's not a flapjack. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is not a flapjack. Look up flapjack versus pancake.
Alright, I can do that. Flapjack versus pancake. Alright.
I saw one that there was another one that said there was like flapjack versus pancake versus hot cake. What the fuck's the difference between a pancake and a hot cake?
Alright, we'll go through this as well.
I think hot cake.
What the fuck?
A pancake or hot cake, griddle cake, or flapjack is a flat cake, often thin and round. In Britain, pancakes are often unleavened and resemble a... I don't know those words. Yeah, I feel like they're the same thing.
Oh my god, oh my god. This has been bothering me for the entire day.
There's a picture on this. I gotta have this picture. Come on. Give it to me.
You sound exactly like a grown-up version of Flapjack from the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. You are amazing.
Oh, this is something. Alright, I feel like pancakes are good. I prefer... You know what? You know what's truly the worst breakfast food? And this is gonna be a hot take, I bet everyone's gonna
Cookie
disagree.
Crisp?
Scrambled eggs are the worst breakfast food.
I don't disagree depending on how you make them. If you make a good scrambled egg, then goddamn do I love me some scrambled eggs. Sometimes I used to use milk with my scrambled eggs, never again. The milk makes them all watery and disgusting. Ugh. But I think I make a good scrambled eggs.
How about you, Info? How do you feel about all this?
Okay, so first of all, I don't like pancakes.
I agree with Rose. Breakfast is overrated. Continue.
Oh my god, same. I used to eat bagel bites for breakfast because I hated breakfast food.
I would rather have a cheesy
fucking
gordita
whack.
crunch for breakfast than any kind of breakfast food.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking whack. Give me my gravy biscuits with fucking egg and breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
I've grown more accustomed to breakfast, but damn, do I just like it is still just like meh for me. I hate sausage patty.
Fuck you too, Bill.
I hate sausage patty.
Fight.
I'm about to fight all of you. We're about to fisticuff right the fuck now.
We're all gonna team up on you, though, if you want to fight all of us. You're not gonna
Yeah,
beat us all.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't understand. God.
We're gonna
I've got-
cheat.
I've
I
got
literally-
practice in the fisticuffing ways.
I literally have WD-40 I can spray at you.
I've I've got canned air. When you spray it at me, I'll spray it back. I will literally blow it back at you. You don't understand.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a question.
Okay.
Bacon crispy or bacon not crispy?
Soft bacon's better.
Boo. Crispy bacon. Extra crispy bacon.
The more crispy it is, the less taste it has, in my opinion.
I
I
like both.
disagree. I feel like I hate chewing on bacon and feeling the fattiness of it. The crispier it is, like the more flavor each crunch has.
Tristan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of crunchy foods in general, though.
Yo,
Overall,
I love me some crunchy fried chicken. Yo, it's just,
I am not. I would
Oh
rather
my
it
God.
not be crunchy.
Oh my god. I do love me some crunchy food. Crunchy food, good.
And food is so southern.
You are, but southern food is so delicious.
You know what else is trash?
What?
Sweet tea from the south.
yo, it's too sweet.
I've
it's
never had
trash.
it, so I have no opinion. I prefer Earl Grey.
Anybody that lives in the south that wants to trash my Dr. Pepper better not be drinking no fucking tea.
Dr. Pepper.
You better not bash Dr. Pepper. That will.
I was just gonna say, Dr. Pepper is the weirdest drink because I don't know if it classifies as a soda or root beer.
It's a soda. What do you mean? It's not a root beer at all. What is your
It tastes
malfunction?
like root beer.
The Dan the Man show is getting canceled.
I don't know, man. J.S. Solace says Earl Grey is excellent tea.
There is good
So-
tea. I'm talking about sweet tea from the south. I don't know what Earl Grey tea is, though. And
You
there's
know
a
what
ton of
Earl
kinds of
Grey is?
no.
Earl Grey is like default tea. That is like that's like saying you don't know who
I don't drink
Mario
tea.
is.
I think there's good tea out there, but I definitely don't think that the stereotypical. If you make your own tea with the teapots and you add way too much goddamn sugar in it, no. I agree with Dan about Dr. Pepper. Rose, why are you stabbing me in the back here? I don't understand.
Here's a question: is diet coffee worthless? Like, is there a point to diet coffee?
I think Diet Dr. Pepper is worthless, so of
I'm
course
sorry,
I
not
think
Diet
Diet
Coffee.
Coffee is
Diet
useless.
Diet
coffee,
coffee.
the thing?
not diet coffee, decaf coffee. I was
Yes,
fixing a
that is
diet soda and-
absolutely useless. If you're gonna have it decaf, what the fuck is the goddamn point? If Dr.
Oh my
Pepper
God.
had no caffeine, what is the point?
Diet coffee is probably a thing somewhere. But like, what even is like what is in coffee that could be diet? That's the thing. There's a coffee diet, but is there diet coffee?
I'm looking. Where
That's a terrifying thought.
What the like? What is in coffee that could be diet? Like you could diet with it. Diet soda, by the way, is leaps and bounds worse than regular soda.
wait,
in
what'd you just
every
say?
aspect. Diet sodas
Oh,
are
I
leaps
agree.
and bounds worse than regular sodas in every aspect. Every aspect. They taste worse. They're worse for you.
Agreed.
The packaging is worse.
The cans are more bland.
The cans are more bland. Would you rather have a red Coke or a gray Diet Coke?
I'd rather have my Dr. Pepper right
Even
here.
caffeine-free Coke tastes better than Diet Coke. Even Coke Zero tastes better than Diet Coke.
It's still diet though.
I don't know, man.
Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper. I think Dr. Pepper's equivalent with Dr. Pepper 10. Fuck Dr. Pepper 10. Fuck Diet Dr. Pepper. I stand by the original. I like cherry too, and cherry vanilla is okay on a rare occasion, but I'm a big fan of the OG. The OG.
All right. You want to move on?
People who say the Pledge of Allegiance is propaganda or cult-like behavior are spoiled and need to shut the hell up. every once in a while, I'll see posts talking about how the Pledge of Allegiance is propaganda and people who stand up for it are sheep. But I really just cannot help but think how spoiled those people are if they live in America. These people act like you aren't allowed simple rights or freedoms in America, and if you don't stand for the pledge, you'll be hunted down or something. No, stop it. It's not like North Korea where they'll shoot you for not crying loud enough. You have so many rights in America regarding your speech, it's crazy. You are allowed to say so much crap that it's no wonder there are so many stupid people roaming around. You are allowed criticism of the country, or to be quite frank, hate the country itself and talk freely about it. How many other countries have more people talking about how much they hate it there freely? But the worst part about it isn't their criticism, it's that they don't realize the hypocrisy of their point. You could leave, but no, you hate America so much, you decide to stay and torture us all with your intellectual philosophical words, apparently, on how the pledge.
Is this a fucking manifesto? How
Yes.
long is this?
On how the pledge is teaching the wrong idea. It isn't cult-like behavior. It's showing your allegiance to the country you're in, and of course, leaders and other people of the country have done not good things within its history. But what country hasn't done something crappy? You want to tell me that America itself should be pointed at? You can literally kneel during the national anthem if you wanted, and people would support it. Don't act like you discovered some new truth about America like it's the Matrix or something. You're just spoiled. And also, think for yourself. If you think that it's bullcrap, fine. Do what you want. But don't go and tell people they're sheep for loving their country and kneeling for the anthem. Really look at what you're saying and where you're saying it. This guy's name is Eden Pancakes.
I hate
Him and the last guy would probably not get along too well.
this podcast. This podcast was a mistake.
Oh boy.
I mean, I agreed to just let people do whatever the fuck they want in this case, and the fact that this post exists, is stupid. Like, both sides of this argument is stupid. Just let people do what they want. If they don't want to stand for the
Agreed.
Pledge of Allegiance, don't let them stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. If they want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, let them do it. Who cares? This is stupid. This is the stupidest one yet. That, like, don't force people to do this kind of thing, and don't force people not to do this kind of thing. You choose what you want to do. I could care less if you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't care if you say the Pledge of Allegiance backwards. In fact, go ahead and do it, because that would actually be a pretty incredible feat if you
What
said
if
it in
instead of doing the Pledge of Allegiance, I do the Pledge of a Rickroll?
I could not care less. You are saying words at a piece of fabric that is a flag. If that means a lot to you, then I respect you. And I personally, if they ask me to do the Pledge of Allegiance, I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. It's 20 seconds out of my day. It's not going to bother me.
I think it's longer than 20 seconds.
Whatever. 25 seconds. Shut up. 25 seconds. I love America, but I think this is a stupid argument. Let people do what they want. If it's about freedom, let people choose if they want to stand or if they want to sit or whatever the fuck they want to do. They have a point, but they're also being hypocritical by making a post like this in the first place.
Yeah, I see that.
Absolutely.
I do see that.
What do you think, Infu?
Infowoo.
This guy, I don't know. This whole argument's just, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't even know. I can't say I was looking forward to this one popping up just because, like, I really didn't have an opinion then. I really don't have one now. It's like,
So what you're saying is you want to shut the hell up. Too long, didn't read. You have freedom of speech, but don't dare exercise it. Also, I'm a fucking moron.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Bill of,
That also I'm a fucking moron?
oh no, that this guy is.
Missed the point and can go fuck himself the most?
I mean, I believe that's another murder I'm gonna have to commit.
Ooh.
A lot of those tonight.
Schools are trash and a waste of time. School in its current form is a complete waste of time and a joke. What skills/subjects do you use daily in the real world besides comprehension and math? PI? What's PI? Oh, pi?
Yeah, pi.
Mitochondria? Columbus? What the fuck? I wish they taught what the fuck in school. That'd be great. The job of schools currently serve as public babysitting centers for the working/middle class.
What the fuck?
Students aren't allowed to ask many questions and innovation is frowned upon. Schools should be destroyed and rebuilt with a focus on the 21st century economy and beyond. Teach kids from 6+ how to code, robotics, AI, art, marketing, etc. Most of those other subjects are for the birds. And then they edited their post. If a subject, history, geography, etc. is of interest, I believe the student should have the ability to walk in the class at any time and study it.
Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
I agree that schools are trash and a waste of time, but I do think schools should be a thing, but schools in their current form should not be a thing. They're trash.
I don't think they're trash, but I do think that they need a massive overhaul because they have not really changed since when they first started.
Listen. Let's do it like this.
As a computer science major,
this is a game that was released in way too long ago. And as you have to do when a new console comes out, you gotta remaster your game. They need to remaster their fucking system. You don't use the Unreal Engine 1 anymore. You use the Unreal Engine 97,842 or whatever the fuck they're using right now. You gotta update your shit, man.
I do believe that they should be definitely having courses like the ones they listed below with robotics, AI, that kind of thing.
But I don't think those should be required either. You're putting people in a very small bubble.
I don't think they should be required, but I still think that I know schools that don't even have coding classes. I think that every school should offer at least a coding club.
I think we should get rid of a lot of subjects. Or at least not get rid of them, but I feel like you should let... I feel like the answer is complicated. Because I feel like, on one hand, it's like, okay, what do you want to do for a living? You don't know that when you're a kid. There are basic things you should learn. I do agree with that concept.
Honestly, school should just be 6 hours of gym and lunch.
I disagree with that. I think there are things you should teach people, like the basics of reading, the basics of math, the basics of... I mean, PEs, it does have a point. I can see why it's a point. I think change PE a little bit, make it more tighter, and do that. I can see why, like, a driver's ed's useful. But there's a lot of other subjects that are not taught that should be taught and be things that people should have to deal with, at least a little bit, like how to do taxes.
I've seen an argument to get rid of history. I don't think we should get rid of history.
I think we should not make history a 12-year thing.
That I can agree with.
History has a place in your school thing. You should learn the basics of history. You don't need to learn about the specifics of every war. I get that to not repeat history, you should learn from it. But that does not mean you need 12 years of history.
You know what I think is stupid? I think the one thing that every school needs to get rid of, absolutely, required language course. 120%. Get the fuck... You can still have language courses.
Yeah.
Just
optional.
Please don't make them required.
I took Spanish for 2 years. I know very minimal Spanish.
I took French for 7. I know almost none at this point.
To be fair, I don't even have a master on the English language, and that's my language.
Yeah, I mean, I know English okay, and sentence speak good eye sometimes, but sometimes it's, you know, you just gotta let people just...
They need to start foreign language in, like, 1st grade, says Philip. So you want to brainwash people into learning a second language. Okay.
Oh my god. Everything.
That's
about
what
this
you're
is-
pitching right now is brainwashing them into learning it. Okay.
I think that we need to reform English class because honestly, after learning about grammar and spelling and words and stuff, who cares? Who cares? how
English
words are
doesn't need to be
spelled?
12 years either. They still teach you about fucking nouns and adjectives as if this is brand new information for you and like senior year of high school.
Oh
You should know this by now. If you don't know this by now, you have bigger problems.
Math absolutely needs to stay. Still think they need to rework
But not
it,
as
though.
hot, not as far as it goes.
Debatable. I think there are some courses you can
Basic
absolutely
math
get rid
is
of.
good.
Basic math is good. I think there are some courses that I still think you should be taught, like some stuff like algebra, calculus, that kind of thing.
I agree with algebra. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a use for calculus in my life.
I think algebra is
Algebra's good.
extremely important.
Geometry, although I sucked at geometry, I think geometry is important
I
to
can
at
see
least know the
geometry.
basics.
Um,
I think a
I
lot
still
of
think
you need to
still think
learn the
calc is kind of
basics.
calculus is kind of important.
I didn't learn calculus. What is calculus?
I forget.
You don't even know what it is, and you're defending it.
Let's see. So we covered history, English, math, science. Let's talk about science.
The branch of mathematics that deal with the finding and properties of derivatives and integrals
Right,
of functions
derivatives,
by methods
antiderivatives,
originally based on the summation of infinitesimal differences. The two main types
I
are...
like calculus. I'm just gonna say it. Let's talk science.
What the fuck?
Because... Oh, stop it! Ew, go away.
I don't know why that's there, but okay.
Let's talk science. Some sciences I feel like need to be taught, some don't.
And yes, Solace, we are getting off track. That's the point.
Get rid of chemistry.
I think science... I sucked at science. I was a C student in science consistently. But, yeah, science, definitely. I think most things you should know the basics of. And then what you expand upon should be another discussion. And I don't know how you properly have that discussion.
They should be teaching kids how to properly do taxes.
Agreed, 100%. Well, not kids, teenagers.
I mean, like high schoolers.
Yeah,
I still don't know how to really do taxes.
same.
I'm fucked. Oh
Same.
man. What else is there? Honestly, just bring back dodgeball with like softer balls.
No,
It's
you should be able to
really-
hit people as hard as you want with those dodgeballs. Don't be a bitch.
I can just imagine.
I don't have a
Kid-
strong opinion on this. I just wanted to take that side.
I can just imagine like a kindergarten versus fifth grade dodgeball game with like hard fucking balls.
No, you're not going far enough. Kindergartners versus seniors in high school.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All sports, football, soccer, basketball, kindergarten versus seniors in high school. Bam.
Oh my god.
That's a new TV series. Pay me.
All right. I think we're done. We talked about what we need to talk about with this. How many unpopular opinions do we have?
This is the last one.
All right.
An alarm in the morning actually feels great. I don't know why people despise alarms, except maybe if they're not getting enough sleep. To me, an alarm is energetic and reminds me of all the things I want to accomplish in the day.
I set 3 alarms for me because I am terrible at sleeping in. I
Yep.
don't mind alarms.
I have 2 hot takes here. One, fuck alarms. They're trash. I have to use them for the stream, otherwise I won't get up in time. But I hate alarms. They make me feel absolutely worse than if I just woke up on my own. And I feel like your body gets fucked when you know you set an alarm because you're going to try and get up before that alarm.
I always get up before my alarm.
I think that's unhealthy. I think you don't feel as good rested as you could. Well rested, same thing.
I don't know. I feel like alarms
And
are still
I
necessary,
think
though.
what's even worse is an alarm where you snooze it. You're the worst if you snooze
I have
your alarm.
an under the pillow alarm that I use all the time, and I love it. It gets me up.
I think the only proper alarm is to set a frying pan above your head, and at the end of the timer, it just slams into your face. That's the only appropriate alarm.
My alarm is having someone wake me up at a time. You know what would actually be a good app? I don't know if this is an app or not, But you know what's a good alarm?
What?
Wake up calls.
I'm sure
Like, you
that's a
ever-
thing.
You ever go to a hotel and like you set up wake up call? That should definitely be a thing because I could see people making a lot of money from that.
I would love to hear the stories of someone that did that for a year and people just wake up and they're like, fuck off, I want to sleep, and just hang up.
Oh my god,
I want to hear all those stories of the reactions they get to that.
that's hilarious.
But yeah, I'm gonna disagree with an alarm and the morning actually feels great. What about y'all?
I've never used an alarm before, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Wait, does that mean you've always gotten up on your own?
Yeah.
If
Actually,
you get woken up by someone, it does not count. That is an alarm.
I mean, I always wake up on my own. Yeah, I don't really, unless like someone comes into my room and they do something in my room to like that wakes me up unintentionally. But like otherwise, yeah, I've always woke up on my own.
What time do you normally wake up?
What a unicorn.
I
What
mean,
time-
you gotta understand something. I don't go to bed normally until like fucking 8 a.m. So like, I usually wake up around like I don't know, like lunchtime, roughly.
Damn. I
Sometimes
thought
a
I
bit
stayed
later.
up late. I stayed up till like 4 a.m. I'm just watching Adult Swim on
I'm
Adult
cursed
Swim.
with a rotating sleep schedule. I don't stay consistent ever. I'm always rotating.
I hate naps. I just gotta say that.
Same.
Naps make me feel like I am wasting my life.
To be
I don't
fair,
know why. I don't know why.
if you sleep, you are wasting away.
I feel like sleep is necessary, but I still feel like
Prove me
Naps-
wrong. You visibly age only when you're asleep, so you don't notice it. Prove me wrong.
I don't know, man. I got nothing.
Exactly. Also, my fucking chair is squeaking again. God damn. This goddamn chair. This is why I have to have a small thing of WD-40 right here. So, did we see that Walmart is working on trying to get rid of their cashiers, period? Did we see that as a thing that is going on in the world?
I heard about it, but
I mean, it's been a thing I've expected for a long time, personally, because they haven't utilized their cashiers in forever. Also, I'm going to spray this chair real quick so y'all can discuss how y'all feel about cashiers at Walmart for a couple seconds.
I live in New Jersey, and nowhere near me is there a Walmart. So I literally have no like. I've been in a Walmart maybe once or twice in my life, nowhere near where I live. So I have almost no experience talking about the Walmart store. Personally, I love self-checkout. I think it makes the process a lot quicker. I think the lines are a lot quicker. I don't think they should get rid of cashier. I don't know. I this is a hard because I don't want people to lose jobs, but at the same time, it just would go so much quicker. And you could still hire people to like
You know what I
man
want? You know the best system for buying things?
what?
You should walk into the store, and when you pick up an item, like, let's say you have this right here, and you pick it up. You pick up whatever item. If you take it and you put it in your thing, money is automatically taken out of your account for the item.
Well, here's the thing. So I have a Stop and Shop near me, and one of the options for checkout is that near the front there's a price scanner tool that you can take, and when you pick up an item, you can scan the price and it gets added to your checkout. Then you can pay with a card through the price scanner. Just put the price scanner back and then leave. I think that's a very efficient way of doing it, unless you need to pay with cash.
I mean, fair. That's fair. I mean, I feel like for me, if I ever leave the house, I want the least amount of social activity as possible. So self-checkout for me, it's an interesting thing.
I hate self checkout. So like,
If self-checkout worked and did not require you to be social at all, that'd be great. But it generally
yeah.
does, because it breaks all the time, or it gives you an error. But yeah, they're trying it in Arkansas, one of their popular superstores in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It is an attempt to see if checkout times are faster while limiting human interaction in the age of the coronavirus, and workers would still be available to help customers who have trouble during the checkout themselves. And they could expand it if it goes well. I think that it should be no talking, no interaction, regardless of anything that happened in 2020. Fuck people. Just let me get my shit, pay for it automatically, and leave.
I agree. I do not want to interact with people. I think that I'm so glad Uber added a no talking feature.
No, please shut the fuck up, Uber driver.
Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. I want to look out my window and be on my phone.
I mean, honestly, like, although I stream and I do podcasts and all of that, and I really enjoy them, I am an
different.
online
That's
extrovert and
different.
an in real life introvert.
That is, I'm the exact same way.
Yeah, I
Exact
agree they're
same.
different. And that's why I classify myself as both an online extrovert and an offline introvert. I am the most... There was never a good way to describe my behavior until this year. I've been social distancing my whole life. My whole fucking
honestly,
life.
as someone who's an online extrovert and in-person introvert, honestly, gotta say, wasn't really affected all that much in terms of
Same?
like,
When was the last
talking-
time y'all left the house?
oh, I leave the house all the time. I live in suburbia. I can leave whenever I want.
No, I want to have this discussion. When was the last time you left your home? And left your
Today.
property? Today. How about you,
Today.
Infu? Today?
I leave every day. Yeah,
I have
every
not
day.
left my property since January or February. I couldn't
God
tell you what, because it's not a notable
damn.
thing for me.
Do you have people deliver
I am
groceries
one
to
of
you?
4 people that live here. And I do not make money. So,
Do you have someone? Oh my god, I could not imagine being cooped up. Right now, I'm living
it bothers
with my
me
family.
none. It's never... Until I have these discussions, it's not even a thought in my mind.
I am living with my family. I don't think I could live under this house roof for. I love my family. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I could live under this roof from January straight. With
Sounds
them.
like you're not social distancing enough. I don't think you know what extremes I go to avoid certain people in this home.
Oh damn, we're
I
sharing.
will not go get a drink for hours if it means avoiding that. I will not get food if certain people are in the living room to avoid it. Because I know what's
Dude,
going to
that's-
happen.
That is literally me because they want to talk,
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
and I don't want to talk. They ask the same goddamn question every
Or they make the
time.
same stupid joke.
Every time. It's so annoying. I just wanna get a bite to eat and watch something on my phone. Just let me do that.
Yeah, I want to get
I
in
talk
and
to
get
you
the fuck
later.
out.
I still will talk to you. Don't get me wrong. Just like let me be for this one time. Oh my god.
Alright, so knowing that the time on the clock is definitely going down, I know you said you wanted to be done in like 20 minutes or less. So,
No, I said like 12:30.
12:30. Oh,
Well,
so
actually, so it's 11:40 for me.
Yes.
So I still have I could still go through every other topic we had planned.
are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause I was gonna start speed tracking our way along, because I know we took a bit.
Nah, it's
I
fine.
did not expect we'd be stuck on the unpopular opinions as long as we were, to be honest. That was gonna be my way of fast tracking us a bit, because I know we're already going kind of on a slow pace, but we're having a good
Usually when you say
time.
unpopular opinion, like you gotta say why they're terrible.
Exactly. We have to discuss them, and I do agree. I think we've had a great time so far, personally. I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, you know. So, how do we feel about the new Pokemon Snap that was announced for the Switch? I personally have never played the Pokemon Snap ever. Billog is out. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. Bye, Billog.
Philip,
And, you know, there is a trailer, so we can watch it. I don't know. Are you going to be able to watch this in the screen share?
I know, play it.
I'm going to in a second. I need to...
I have an N64, and I have Pokemon Snap. It's a good game, and I really do love it. I don't have the same attachment that a lot of people do have to it, but yeah, go ahead and play it, and then I'll share my thoughts because I saw it once, and I want to see it again just before I share my thoughts.
For sure. I'm just making sure it's gonna work. Beautiful. What? I don't even know what Pokemon that is. Or that. I'm so outdated on my Pokemon. Yeah, I'm so behind on my Pokemon. And I realized that watching something like that, and it just going away.
All right. I'm very mixed.
Oh?
I'll go over the positives first.
Alright.
The game, even with it not being final footage, looks phenomenal. The graphics are some of the best that I've seen in Pokemon, which is kind of pathetic when they look leaps and bounds better than Sword and Shield. Like, really fucking pathetic. But I'm glad that they look better in this game because it looks so nice. The Pokemon seem expressive, which is good. Like I said, it's beautiful. I'm sure there's more positives, but I'll think of them later. Here are my negatives. The name is really stupid. This is like New Super Mario Bros. Levels stupid. I really hope this isn't confirmed or anything, but from what they showed off, all they showed off was islands, and what made Pokemon Snap great is that you got to explore a bunch of different locations and not just islands, and that makes me nervous that it's only islands at different points of the night. And I think probably the biggest problem for me, and this is such a nitpick,
Oh boy.
is that when you took a picture... Sorry, were you saying something?
I said, oh boy.
When you take a picture in Pokemon Snap, you were actually like kind of taking a picture because of their partnership with Blockbuster. You can go and print it out, stuff like that.
Shout
It
out to the
didn't-
last Blockbuster.
It didn't feel like with the addition of the screenshot, because it doesn't feel like... Here's the thing. From the looks of it, it looks like you are actually taking the pictures with the screenshot button, which is a really smart idea. At the same time, it kind of makes it feel like it's a shovelware game, kind of. I wish... This is so nitpicky. I know it's nitpicky, and I'm so sorry that it's nitpicky. I wish you could take a picture and save the picture in-game without saving it to your album. Then choose what pictures you want to save to your album. Because it looks like, from the look of it and the sound effect, that you're just screenshotting it and automatically saving all your pictures to your album. And I really hope that's not the case.
That's fair. I've never played a Pokemon Snap, the original or whatever. I'm not gonna play this one. I'm interested in the actual main games, but I'm not that interested in something like this.
Oh, yeah, you're not?
Nah. I had
Well,
my photography game when I played Life is Strange. I don't need anything more than that.
That's fair.
How about you, Infu? How you feel about Pokemon Snap? Is that going to be something you play? Is it something you're excited for?
I could give I could give two shits about it. I don't care about it at
Big
all.
rep.
It looks stupid.
Big rep. I mean, I get the appeal. I do get the appeal. I just don't think it's a game meant for someone like me.
Or me.
I mean, it could probably be like a fun stream thing for like 15, 20 minutes. But unless they do something to actually make it, what's the word I'm looking for?
Good.
Make it. No, I'm not looking for good, because good, and I feel like what Pokemon Snap is doing is good for what it's aiming for, but they need to make it more worthwhile for a wider branch of people. Why would I play it? And that's the game I asked. I quit Little Nightmares, although it has very positive reviews, because I didn't enjoy some of the mechanics, and it gave me no reason to continue. And if a game does not give me a reason to continue, why would I play it? And I'm not seeing the point outside of a 15-20 minutes of fun with Pokemon Snap. I need to see something to hook me, to make me want to keep playing, give me a reason to keep going. Does that make sense?
I get that. I get that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hold on. I think my audio is glitching out. Hold on one second.
Your audio is glitching out. That's fun. The Dan the Man show is getting canceled live. People are actually making sure that he can no longer say anything.
Can you hear me?
I can. I've always been able to hear you.
All right, hold on. I think I gotta quit. I gotta disconnect and rejoin. Hold on.
Sounds good.
Let me just.
And so, how do you feel? Do you feel like my point about games having to give you a reason to play is a good thing? Or do you feel like you can just kind of do whatever and be good?
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of.
Do you need a reason to play a game? Or just the fact that it's a game and it has gameplay in it is good enough for you?
I mean, I need the game to actually be enjoyable for me. If it's not enjoyable, then it's not going nowhere.
Yep. I thought Little Nightmares is a great example
Fuck
of...
AirPods. Damn it. Hold on.
Oh boy. The AirPods doing a disjustice. Hey, as long as we stay on this topic, I'm gonna keep it on the last blockbuster. Briefly brought up on the screen until it's over. I'm rooting for him. Welcome back.
I'm back.
How was it in the void?
It was scary. I didn't like it.
That's fair. I could see that. So
Anyway,
you are aware of the last blockbuster, right?
I am aware of the last blockbuster, and I'm so glad they're still alive.
I will do everything I can to raise awareness that there's one blockbuster left. That way it can stay alive. Blockbuster can never truly die.
I agree. Absolutely 100%.
We must protect it.
It is our child, and we must savor it.
Yes. This child can never die.
Agreed.
So, the Batman Arkham developer Rocksteady is apparently working on making a Suicide Squad game.
Oh boy.
I
Oh
really
boy.
hope they know what they're doing.
You know, 'cause there is apparently going to be another Batman Arkham game down the line. I keep seeing hints and stuff about it. I think we've kind of touched on it a little bit in the past, but I definitely think this Suicide Squad game, I mean, it could be good. He says unconfidently, it could be good, but it could also be pretty trash.
I'm looking forward to the James Gunn movie. That's all I gotta say about that.
James Gunn movie, which one?
The James Gunn Suicide Squad.
No. True.
Yep.
I like the first Suicide Squad movie, though. Like, I think it's one of the best DC movies from that whole thing.
Damn, that's a piping hot take right there.
It is. And I get it. Well, I don't get why people feel it's bad, to be honest. I really don't. But I hear people say why, but I just really enjoy it. Maybe the thing is, I don't give a fuck about the comic. I don't give a fuck if the comic says that they are 100% different than they are in the movie. Or anything. I don't care if another property, video game, book, whatever, has portrayed them differently or in any way, shape, or form. I don't care. The way I watch a movie is this entertaining? And for me, it was a really entertaining movie. That's all I look at. And that's why I apparently just end up on the opposite end of this stick. Same with Spider-Man 3. It was the most entertaining of the three, and that's all I care about. It's how much it entertained me. I like Spider-Man 3,
so I get it.
But yeah. I'm just on the short end of that stick.
They can make a good Suicide Squad video game, I feel like. I just hope that they don't have the problem of juggling too many characters, because Batman's one character.
Should Batman even be like... you're bringing Batman up because of the fact that they do the Batman games, yeah. I mean... I think there's a good way to do it. I mean... To be fair, if you wanted to trust someone to do Suicide Squad, hashtag Telltale.
Really?
I would trust Telltale.
You know what? I would too.
I mean, they've handled... they've had to introduce so many characters in their games before. Like The Wolf Among Us, great example. How many characters did they have to teach you about that you wouldn't have known about? Giving them a story if you weren't aware of what the fables are. And made it work and made it a great game. The Walking Dead 2, throughout all the seasons. And a bunch of other Telltale games, regardless of if they got repetitive or not. They still were able to portray multiple characters and have them all, for the most part, work. So yeah, I trust them with that kind of thing. That may not be the kind of game they'd want out of a Suicide Squad game. I could see that. Because some people don't like the game type that Telltale is, and that's fine. As long as we respect that it is a game. You know.
Are you leading into something? Because I feel like you're leading into another...
No, I have the infinite rant. And I think Twitch, if we want to bash Twitch for a moment, I still think it's disrespectful that they labeled Life is Strange as a visual novel. That is fucking disrespectful. I'm not joking. That is disrespectful, and I do not like that at all.
I don't even like Life is Strange, and it's a game.
Definitely. It's literally a game. Stop disrespecting it. It's not a visual novel, Twitch. And it's an automatic tag, so you can't remove it. And it bugged me every time. That's a rant, but, you know.
It is a rant, but damn, it's a good rant.
It is. I just want... Like, it's okay if it's not your kind of game. That's okay. But respect that it is a game.
True. Do
we have anything else to add to that?
That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I'm sure they could do it.
Yeah, I think they could do it. I trust Rocksteady enough. So we have this Crash Bandicoot 4 trailer to watch.
Ooh, baby.
I've not watched it. I'm very excited to watch it.
Oh, baby. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, boy. I hate when you press full screen that it puts you in it. Really bugs me. Alright, make sure. Gotta set it all up. Make sure it's all good. Something like that.
Crash Bandicoot, you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
That's some hot music right there. Fight me, Twitch.
They probably would too.
They probably would.
They probably would.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's technically not their fight, but, you know. It looks really good. Like, I see this, and I think it looks pretty darn good. So you take selfies now? That's interesting. But first, you gotta take a selfie. But yeah, that's Crash Bandicoot
How many
4.
times have
Wait,
you
it's not
eaten
done
this
yet.
clown Anyway?
I know.
3. Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
And apparently they're skins. So they're gonna milk this game as well? Is that what I gathered
Probably,
from that?
definitely, absolutely, 120%.
That's interesting.
But fuck it, I'll take the bait. It looks amazing.
That's fair. That's pretty fair. I think it looks very fucking good. And
It looks so goddamn.
if
You know
you're
who
a fan
voices-
of the Crash Bandicoot series, this looks like a good game for you.
You know who voices that mask
Who?
at the end? Fucking Invader Zim, Richard Horvitz.
Oh, hey.
I love him so much. Goddamn. So I don't know if you know this. So basically, it takes place directly after Crash 3 in an alternate universe where Crash, Wrath of Cortex, and everything after that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can live with that.
Hey. I mean, it's... I just want to point out how visually good it looked to me.
It looks amazing. Oh my god, it looks so goddamn good.
And, you know, I think it'll be an overall good game, especially if you're a big fan of the Crash Bandicoot games. I definitely think this will be a good game for you in that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Info? How you feeling about this? Do you not care about Crash Bandicoot? Do you love Crash Bandicoot? Do you want his autograph? Do you want his selfie?
I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game, so I don't really have an opinion on it.
How did
Or
that...
should
Did that
get-
trailer put you at any interest, or is it just like, eh?
I mean, it's another game. I might get it, I might not.
How
I
much
don't
would
really-
you pay for that?
I mean, that's a tough call. I don't know.
$7,000.
You should buy Insane
That's
Trilogy
me
because I think
cheap.
it's definitely worth your money.
I don't own the Insane Trilogy yet. I need to. I really
Bro,
enjoyed
it
the
is-
Spyro Reunited Trilogy. That was really fun.
I never played Crash Bandicoot before the Insane Trilogy, and I love it.
I need to own it. Is it still only on PS4? I have a PS4, but... Is it on PC?
No, that is a good question.
I don't think it
I
is.
think it's on PC. I don't know. I think Spyro's the one that's not on PC.
What was it called again? Crash Bandicoot
Insane Trilogy.
Insane Trilogy. It is on Windows. For
Definitely get it
$40
then.
fucking dollars. No thank you.
I mean, it's $10. Wait, 40? I thought it was 30.
$39.99.
I don't know. I still think it's worth it.
I don't. I'm the kind of person that pays... I don't believe in $60 for any game. I'm the kind of person that thinks most games, for what I personally will pay for it, is like $5 or less.
What if it's a bundle? Like a compilation kind of thing.
I got the itchy.io that was over 1,000 games
I got that
for
too.
$5.
It's so good.
$5.
Same.
Yep.
Same.
That was a good deal. I can respect that deal. But
I feel bad for not paying more, honestly.
I don't. It
All
was
right.
what it was.
All right, that was a good talk.
Yeah, I think Crash Bandicoot's definitely going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good ride. I will eventually get the Insane Trilogy.
I really fucking hope they don't fuck this up because Vicarious Visions is not working on this one.
So, this next topic has a long-ass article that I don't care about. I just want to talk about the race is on to grow crops in seawater and feed millions. And I just want to talk about the potential of growing crops in seawater. How does that work?
Have you? Okay, this is the one I was talking about where I said I had nothing to talk about, and now I have something to talk about. Have you fucking never watched Sheilab 2021?
No.
It is all about these scientists living underwater and just
Subnautica?
trying to grow crops underwater. This is basically Sealab 2021.
Wow. Interesting.
Either way, we're fucked
No.
because they always die at the end.
So what you're saying is the race to grow crops in the sea is just a race to death.
Basically, yes.
Heck yeah.
Oh, see, Honey Rose gets it. Sealab 2021 is great. It kind of dropped in quality after Harry Gaz's untimely death, which is very sad. But it was fucking funny when he was on. It was a good show. When you have me on, I say shows are good, and shows are good. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need me on more so I can tell you what shows are good and what shows are bad, but I'll tell you it's good anyways.
Hey, sometimes you just need a show to be good. And good. And then still good.
Yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast is also beautiful. Shameless plug. Follow me on my Out of Context Twitter account, Adult Swim Out of Context. The good one.
Yeah, the good one.
That's all I have to say. All right.
So we think that this race is just going to lead to death? That's pretty
Basically,
interesting.
yes. They're going to drown under there. They're all going to die.
Do you see an alternative to this info?
It's going to be the water.
I mean, I think we're fucked from the get. So no, not really. But hey, we'll be watching it happen.
Now,
They're either going to drown or it's going to be water.
I hope we're ready for the trilogy of Florida people. Do we want to start with one of the two Florida men, or do we want to start with the Florida woman?
It's up to you.
Info, how do you feel about this?
You had 5 Florida people? Damn.
No, it's 3.
Oh.
It's 3. Info's not responding right now. Please return later and he'll answer the phone.
See, I've got a lot of respect for. I don't know, actually. Yeah.
Info just blue screened in front of our eyes.
I did. My brain, it just kind of shut down a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I seen what you had pulled up with Diego the Tortoise, and like I was thinking about that.
Do we want to talk
because,
about
like,
Diego the Tortoise? We can.
I mean,
Dude's a
you gotta-
fucking legend. Diego the
He
Tortoise,
is.
father to hundreds and savior of his whole species. Retired.
Retired from being a tortoise?
he retired from fucking, my man.
Yeah, he fucked so much. A true hero.
Dude, he's the Hank Hefner of tortoises.
Fathered an estimated
Hugh Hefner.
800
Fuck Hugh
offspring.
Hugh Hefner.
800 offspring. Do you know how many 800 is?
Wait,
It's
no,
8
maybe
fucking 100.
maybe Genghis Khan was the better example. He's the fucking Genghis Khan of tortoises.
This is a super Diego, our hero, savior of his whole species, first of his name, truly the winner of Game of Thrones.
He did amazing things. He did stuff that no other anything could do.
Nobody was stepping up to the plate until he arrived.
Dude, his face and his head and neck literally looks like a penis.
Hey, it
Well,
happens.
It is a tortoise, after all.
It is a tortoise. Yeah, it is a tortoise.
Damn, that penis head looks like it's seen and been through a lot.
I mean,
It has.
800 offspring, if not more.
Damn.
Can you
Do you think-
imagine having 800 children?
Do you think the wives ever call, like, saying, you think he ever gets put on a, what is it, Maury Povich? And like, you are not the father.
Don't
Is that
point.
Maury? Is that Maury Povich? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
anytime someone gets pregnant, you have to point at Diego and be like, "Did you do this? Did you fuck this
Dude,
person?"
Diego should be the first culprit anytime they're looking for the father. If it's not Genghis Khan, it's Diego.
A daily person on "Are you the father?" And it's like, "Are you this time?" Sometimes it's yes, other times it's no, but you never truly know. It truly can go either way because Diego fucks.
Diego fucks hard.
Diego is a savior. He's a true hero. When I seen the Diego topic, we talked about this on the podcast a few months ago. And, I knew I had to bring it back because Diego retiring.
Dude, Diego deserves to retire.
100%. Like, once
you
you know
save-
Diego's story,
If you save your species, you deserve to retire.
exactly. He deserves the best in his retirement.
Let the guy rest, damn it.
Yeah, let him rest. He should never have to fuck again if he doesn't want to. He did all the fucking he needs to for a lifetime.
He has and has given all the STDs.
A legend.
And before we find out that the tortoise had the worst genetics possible and it killed the species.
The sexual tortoise disease.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, I I just wanted to give a shout out to Diego, because, you know, true hero. And to go from a touching animal story, I guess the logical conclusion is we should go to this next lovely person who not good at all.
Infu, can you do that thing you do where you leave and then murder and then come back and then tell us you murdered?
Oh yeah, definitely, sir.
Yeah, hold on.
Thank
This is
you.
a Indiana woman that was arrested
Ooh,
for
close.
trying to neuter her dog at home. And not only that, with dental floss.
That woman should be in jail for life.
For the life, off with her head. That's what we do here on BS Back in the Shed. We off their heads.
Dude, off with her head with fucking dental floss.
Yes! That would be great TV. BS TV, that could be a live stream. Because it's going to take some time to do that.
Yeah.
Disgusting. I agree. But yeah, this person. This fucking person. How do you even manage that? Why would you even think to do that? Let's see. The neighbor advised that they thought the dog's testicles would fall off if done properly.
Neighbors should be in jail too.
Yeah, fuck them all. Fuck.
This dog.
The
is gonna
next
need
morning, she discovered a
therapy for
horror show. The cowering canine was chewing the spot where his tentacle has once hung and was suffered from terrible bleeding. Her plans gone awry, the woman finally took the dog to the vet. A veterinarian said he found the dog in pain and very dehydrated, police said. Wait.
Fuck this woman.
Wait,
Fuck
that
all
sentence
the
makes
people
no
involved.
sense. A veterinarian said he found the dog in pain and very dehydrated, police said. So we're going to be using a not quote from a not quote. Okay. Upon closer examination, the doctor said a dental floss-like stream was located wrapped around the base of the scrotum. The vet then discovered the evidence of the woman's home neutering, a dental floss-like string tied around the base of the dog's scrotum. It was then that she confessed what she'd done. The woman said that the neighbors in the close vicinity of her home had repeatedly complained that her dog wasn't neutered, but the woman lacked the money to pay for a legit operation, so she fell prey to the unfortunate advice of her neighbor who suggested the at-home version of neutering her dog. She was arrested, charged with animal cruelty. The charge is a felon, so she could, in fact, face some serious prison time. And
Yeah,
of
I
course,
hope
the
she
dog is
faces
going to a new
all the-
home.
I hope she takes up another prisoner's life sentence. I hope that's how much life sentence she gets.
Yes, I agree. Off of their head. Terrible person. Like, I get she was 62, which should in theory make her immune to this. How do you get told something so stupid and think, this sounds like a good idea, we should do it, that's gonna work? How does that happen? How did this pass her filter to be like, oh, this is an appropriate thing to do? This'll work. This has no consequences.
People stupid, man.
People be
You gotta realize that.
stupid.
People be stupid.
People be stupid. So, we have our first of 3 Florida people. This is a Florida man arrested for allegedly threatening another with a machete for not flushing the toilet. Now, before we actually dig into the Florida man here, I want to discuss the topic of not flushing the toilet, because, you know, I've been trying to watch more streamers lately, and I was watching this streamer playing Fallout 3, female streamer, and someone had randomly come in the chat, not being there before, and talked about how he was going to take a shit and that he didn't flush the toilet.
Gross.
And then tried to act like that was a normal thing. What?
That's
So wrong on so many
disgusting.
levels. Off with that
That is-
person's head.
Yeah, really.
And I think this Florida man threatening another with a machete for not flushing the toilet. I mean, this article better have some damning details. Otherwise, broad blade at a man's face demanding he flush the toilet. He allegedly said he would chop the man with a machete. And then his response to this, when asked about it, was, "Shit happens." He was charged with aggravated assault and booked into the county jail on a $5,000 bond.
Yeah, don't do that, but at the same time, fucking flush the toilet.
I mean, to be fair, you should flush the toilet always.
If it's brown, send it down. If it's yellow, still fucking send it down.
If it's yellow, wash it.
It should be clear.
Yeah, this man is. Okay, question. Since we're all saying that the person this happened to is in the wrong, do we think this Florida man was in the wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now listen, let it mellow. Yes, Rose. Listen. He was doing a service to the community.
What's your idea of a service exactly? Because
Teaching
This guy
a
wasn't it.
grown-ass person how to flush the fucking toilet.
See, this is what they should teach in school.
Exactly. Using this exact method. Sometimes people just need to know it's serious. Flush the toilet. Come on. Flush the toilet.
Awesome. Honestly,
Nobody
This is
wants
so-
to join me in playing devil's advocate. We all feel like this guy's in the wrong.
yeah, this
Yep.
guy sucks.
Aw. Poor Florida man. Abused by Dan and Info.
I mean, he had it coming.
So are you saying that if someone paid this person $50 to teach their kid to flush the toilet and he used that exact method, would that be wrong?
Probably.
Definitely.
Alright. I ran out of ideas to pitch it to be okay. So, I guess
It's not okay.
it's not okay. So we have a Florida woman recently joined the... What the fuck is even this article?
I don't know.
Alright, so. Arrested after she intentionally crashed the car into the truck of her ex-boyfriend. Told that authorities she was upset after he said he wanted to end the relationship of 1 year. However, she went on to tell authorities that the two had just finished having sex when he tried to dump her and leave her alone at her house. So she threw on a bra and only a bra and followed him in her car. After she hit this dude's truck with her car, it flipped over onto its roof with him still inside. She then drove off and left the scene, and then later arrested. Well, this Florida woman, clearly in the wrong.
Do we even need to have an argument about this? Yes, she's in the wrong.
Yeah, I can't even devil's advocate for that. She's in the wrong. Poor...
This is ridiculous. Yeah, she's wrong.
Yeah, she's just in the wrong here. This Florida woman, but truly living up to the Florida spirit, so good on her for continuing to live the Florida life.
Yo, this last Florida one better be good, because that one wasn't even worth our time, man.
Aw, poor Florida woman. Being abused by Dan. So this is the Florida man that let a 12-year-old girl drive a Jeep 85 miles per hour to be a cool father. The thing is, they aren't even related. So this is just a Florida man.
This is more like it. This
This
is
is
more
a Florida
like it.
man that took the initiative. And let me just show this guy's picture, because this dude
That is a
looks
cool
fucking...
guy right there. That if you look at cool guy in the dictionary,
Cool
his
guy
photo
right here.
is what pops up.
This is a cool guy right here. Florida man. Let a 12-year-old drive his Jeep at 85 miles per hour And you know, he said the girl had asked earlier in the day if she could drive the Jeep, so he thought it would be cool, and that he was trying to be a cool father. He had been drinking. The Jeep apparently had made an illegal U-turn and sped away at... Oh, so keep in mind, not only was he drinking, this also happened at midnight on a Monday.
Brilliant.
They
If there's any
follow...
time to get drunk, it's midnight on a Monday. That's when football is. Oh wait.
Huh. This guy was charged with child neglect, allowing an unauthorized person to drive, and causing a minor to become a delinquent for buying the girl's vape pens that they requested. Why is that not a part of the story? That's not anywhere else in the article. This is just what he's been charged with. So apparently... Wow.
So, I'm conflicted. I know it sounds.
Which part are you
absolutely terrible that I'm
conflicted with? I'm very curious.
Where the fuck are the parents?
Hey. He's friends with the girl's mother, and that the girl and her friend were staying with him for a few days.
Yes, but you gotta wonder. Is the girl stupid?
Ouch.
Like, no shit, this guy sucks and deserves to be in jail forever. But, like, this guy is stupid, but the girl is just like, what did he expect?
Don't know. I mean, either way, it's an interesting thing. This Florida man, he wanted to be cool. He did his best. Bought her vape, apparently. Gotta get a vape. I mean... 12 would probably be the youngest I've ever seen someone want a vape, to be honest, in my personal life experience. Like, if you tell me 14, I've seen 14-year-olds smoke vape. Or vape, I guess, if you don't want to consider it smoking. If you want.
Yeah?
But 12, that's a new low for me. Like, I'm sure it goes even lower. I'm sure you can find, like, a 5-year-old with a vape, but... Jesus. How you feeling, Info?
I have no words over that one.
Yeah, that one's kind of stupid.
Wow.
People in Florida are a different breed.
Florida people are the best kind of people.
If it wasn't for Florida people, we wouldn't have entertainment.
Exactly. There should be a TV show instead of cops. It's just Florida people.
Yeah, they canceled the Cops TV show for good reason. They should replace it with not cops.
Florida men.
Yeah,
women.
Florida men.
Florida people. Instead of Jersey Shore, it's Florida Shore.
Agreed.
That'd be great. That'd be good trash TV content.
It'd be beautiful.
Exactly.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
So, with a little bit left in the clock, do you want to go into your topic that you had brought in?
Yeah, I actually do.
Let's do it.
So, AMC recently announced that they decided that they're going to stop airing Universal movies at their theaters. This announcement came when Universal stated that they're going to basically start streaming movies on demand and in theaters at the same time after quarantine is over. So there wouldn't be an exclusive theater window for Universal movies once this happens.
Yeah.
So AMC made the announcement when Universal first made that announcement, and they're sticking with it. This happened like a few months ago, and they just released an announcement as to why they're sticking with it. And personally, and I think more people are actually leaning towards this, I gotta say with AMC, I think they could have came to a conclusion to shorten the theater exclusive window. I don't think they should have just canceled the theater exclusive window altogether, because you can make the argument, yeah, people feel more comfortable watching the movies in their house instead of going to theaters. but people love going to movie theaters. I mean, you're basically killing the theater industry by
I have a
doing
hot take.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've said it on the podcast before. Theaters are an outdated concept.
I disagree entirely. Did we talk about this We fucking did talk about this last time. God damn it.
Around and around we go.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I really just... I love movie theaters so much. I just love them so much. I really do think that Universal was kind of a dick on this one. I really do think that they should have thought a little bit, because Universal and AMC had a really good relationship. They were
Yeah.
really good buddy, and Universal kind of just went behind their back. Universal was losing money, but they were still getting something. They weren't making a large profit, but they were still making something. AMC has been making nothing and continues to make nothing during this whole fucking thing. Now, AMC is not requiring people wear masks when they go into the theater. That's stupid. I think they should. It's ridiculous that they're not requiring masks, but everything else I gotta side with AMC on.
You know, I feel like when it comes to AMC and Universal, there's definitely a better way they could have handled it. They could have came to a better compromise. But, you know, did they really have to work together?
I don't know, man. I just want to go back to watching movies in theaters because that's just a pastime for me.
Yeah, that's
Honestly.
fair. I would just much rather... One, I want to watch a movie months after it's come out and the consensus of is this worth my time or not has been decided. And then I want... Like, for example, 2 movies I recently decided not to watch. Stuber and Joker. I decided not to watch either of those. Because while...
I mean, I've heard literally nothing about Stuber, so you're fine.
And Joker, I get it's a good movie, but the vibe Joker has, it's not what I'm looking for in a movie. So it's not worth my time when there are other things I either need to watch or would like to watch.
I get that.
What are your thoughts, Info?
I actually don't like movie theaters.
Ha!
To me, they're extremely overpriced, and they're not worth the experience you get out of it. You pay all that movie to go see a movie that you might end up disliking it, whereas you could just you could always wait for it to come out later on. Like, you can wait for it to come out, look at the reviews on it, decide, man, I think I might want to see this, and then you can just buy it at home, watch it from the comfort of your home. Like, I
Get a
think the
Dr.
whole
Pepper?
concept, yeah, like the whole concept of movie theaters to me are just kind of stupid. Like, they just really are. Like, if anything, I would rather they just shut down all movie theaters and bring back drive-ins if they're going to do anything. Like, for real, fuck a movie theater.
Oof.
Well, drive-ins are actually making a comeback with quarantine. You know that, right?
They
They
are.
are, but they're not coming back fast enough.
I like drive-ins. I went to a drive-in once. I saw a drive-in at night, and the movie was Solo. And I don't know if you've ever seen Solo, but first of all, I hate Solo. I hated that movie so much.
I think everybody did.
I think it's probably one of, if not my least
I
favorite
think it's
Star
the
Wars
best
movie.
movie of all time.
Shut the fuck up, Wes.
It's truly a masterpiece that we're never going to see again in our lifetime.
Here's the thing: it's a dark movie. Like, and I'm not mean like dark, like the themes are dark. I mean, like, it's a literally dark movie. Seeing it in a drive-through was not a good idea.
Are you saying you want to see the movie you're trying to watch?
Is that? I'm sorry. You know what? You're
How
right.
dare
That's a little
you?
Too much to ask.
You're way too spoiled.
I know. You're right. I'm sorry.
You should be watching movies at 140p on your flip phone.
Damn, dude. When you say it like that, I need to do that. What you just said.
Clearly. How could you argue against it? I've seen some people try and argue that watching movies at lower quality gives you a better experience. No.
I'm sorry. What now?
That watching movies at a lower quality is a better experience.
I don't know how that makes any sense.
That
It
makes
doesn't.
zero sense.
It makes no sense.
Everybody who pirates movies would love to hear that hot take.
I mean, hey, you're pirating it anyway. Who says you deserve to have it in great quality? Here you go, have it 144p. Beggars
you,
can't be choosers.
Thank you. That was awful.
Thank you, that was the worst.
Truly terrible. Thank you.
So, do we have anything else we want to add to that last topic?
No, I just want to get my 2 cents out there.
For sure.
I mean, I'm sure AMC has been easy to work with either. Fuck both of them, but I gotta side with AMC.
Down with them both. Off with all their heads.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
And with that, I
Just
definitely...
off with everyone's heads. Just
Yes, off with all of their heads, please.
behead everyone. Behead you, behead me, behead everyone.
Hey, you can't cancel BS back in the shed. The shed has protection from off of their head.
I guess.
Info's only
Hey,
safe when he's on the podcast, otherwise, you never know what's gonna happen.
Hey, I'm the one doing the beheading. If anything, they have to fear my sword.
Oh boy. Don't you mean floss?
I mean, whatever works, I guess.
Or, like a nail clipper, do it that way?
No thank you, that sounds horrible.
Isn't that the
That is
point? To be
pretty
as
terrible.
painful and take as long as possible. And I think they bleed out before you ever got to taking off their head that way. But hey.
That is pretty terrible.
And with that, I think that will conclude today's BS Back in the Shed. How did you feel about this return, Dan, to the show? How'd you feel about the new BS Back in the Shed?
Very much enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm looking forward to when I come back for episode 124. Another terrible number.
124.
What's so bad about 124?
What's so bad about
Save
124?
this recording because I will be back for episode 124.
What makes 124 so bad?
It's right before 125.
Oh.
What's wrong with 125?
125 is a good number.
Yeah, Info. Don't you know you good and bad numbers? Did they not teach you that in school?
No, they didn't, because I didn't know they existed. What the fuck?
Gee, come on. Get with it, Info. This is why they say that the South has bad education. Come on.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I had a good time. I appreciate you coming back on. I definitely think you will be back eventually.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Clearly, we'll have to pick the worst possible number, something that'll disgust you.
Oh my god. I am looking forward to what number you pick.
We will see. Do we have any final words?
Diego.
Diego, our
See
hero.
everybody next Tuesday.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.